Here, I'll let you guys go voice live too. Right now, we're talking about some of the ideas in our new campaigns thing for whenever this one's done.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about what we do while we go poop at work.
Anyways. I mean,
Stuff
that's what
can
we're
do
talking
things.
about, yes.
Yes. I was reading over that there's 5 miniseries, right? I didn't miss one. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I saw all of them.
What I'd like to do is play a free game, much like Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2. The free-to-play Mobile Suit team battle game that is
It's
free to
basically
play
a
with
MOBA.
over
They're never gonna sponsor
like
us.
a
basically
I was
thousand.
gonna
MOBA,
say,
guys.
like, if we ever got a sponsor from them, that would be like a miracle.
It's basically a MOBA. It's a lot of fun if you like Gundams. If you don't like Gundams, probably don't play it. I'll be honest with
Yeah,
you.
probably.
If you're
Somebody-
like me, and you only use Xeon mobile suits, it's still a cool game to play.
Yeah.
Because they have
Somebody
tons of
recently asked me, he was like, "Oh, you'll re-download Destiny 2, but not Overwatch." I'm like, "Yeah, because Overwatch makes me very angry," and I get that same kind of angry with Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2 sometimes.
fun. Dude, I think MOBAs just make you angry.
Because I
really think that's what it
I
is.
can be good at it, but the rest of my team holds me back. Like in Call of Duty, I don't have that rage of like, yeah, my team top of the board. Nobody on my team is positive. I was running around with a knife the entire game. I was playing hard mode the entire game.
But I will say, like, the rage of bad teammates is real. And in Overwatch as well, those style games, I played a lot of Smite as well, speaking of MOBAs, and especially in arena mode on Smite, if your teammates are bad, you just lose even if you're like 16-2. And it's just like, okay, thanks guys, I got more kills than the rest of the team. I'm not that good at this game. Like, yeah, I don't know. It is frustrating. In Mobile Suit, the biggest problem I think is that people don't understand objectives exist in Battle Operation 2. They like forget that objectives are part of the game, and so then you lose because nobody on your team went to objectives and you're the only person who did, and you're like, it's 1-on-4 because the other team understands objectives are how you win games.
I was playing Call of Duty the other day, and we were playing on Rust, Shipment, one of the small maps, and my entire team went right, and I was the only one that went left. I was like, holy shit, it's the Gundam Battle Operation 2 players.
That's what happens is I'll go left,
literally
and goes right. Yeah, every time.
Everybody on the team goes right. No matter what side you spawn on, they always go right.
So you do the wheel around.
Yeah, so you just
so
people
dumb.
rotate the map constantly.
And it doesn't. You'd think it would.
It's
be
like you're at a
thing that
grocery
only
store or
happens, Yeah, you think it'd be a thing that only happens at like low rank. No, dude,
Nope.
because like both
Every
Ian and I were like
single match.
B ranked out of like A, B, C, D, and whatever. We were like B and A ranked, both of us,
Yeah.
and that would still happen to us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's go face live.
Yeah, Face Live.
Oh yeah, let's be playing Face Live.
They caught me. I am now in a white padded cell.
It's not very padded. It looks pretty
He
hard.
pulled all the padding down because he's a fucking
He had to make a
degenerate.
nest.
I used it
yeah,
to
'cause he
make
had to
a-
make a nest.
Yeah, I was gonna say a prison wife, but okay, that works too.
Well, look, I've lived with you many.
Her name is Shannon.
Many times. And no matter what, the one constant thing is you always build a nest.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did when I got my bedding. I was like, okay, mattress,
Face Live, hi everybody.
futon, sleeping bag.
Terran Alien played League. How are you like seemingly
Get outta
stable? What's going on? Are you okay? Blink
I don't
twice if
know.
you need help.
Yeah.
Listen, we only know one person, and never mind.
I play.
I know
plenty
more than one
of
person who's
MOBAs
played
in my
League.
life. That's what I'm saying. I played plenty
okay.
of MOBAs in my life. I do not have the patience or the mental fortitude to play League. I play Magic the Gathering competitively, or I did once upon a time, and
Card games are
just, like,
different
no.
monsters, though.
But it's the same level of frustration and information input, especially when you play a format as big as Modern. Like the amount of cards I have to
And especially
know
live.
and keep in my brain all the time is
Especially
yeah,
live.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
agree
meet some
to disagree,
weirdos.
but
You
Oh,
meet
that
some
is also
weirdos.
true. I went to Magic Fests and GPs before they were called Magic Fests, and yeah, it was a unique experience.
Yeah.
Who decided to change it to Magic Fests?
Wizards of the Coast, because they thought it
That's
sounded
that
better
was
than
a
a Grand
bad.
Prix.
No, it doesn't.
Look, I agree. I thought Grand Prix sounded
Magic
better, too.
Fest sounds
They also
like we
changed-
don't want anybody who's
They
ever had
also
sex to
changed
come to
the,
it.
the Pro Tour to
Really hitting that virgin demographic.
They changed the Pro Tour to the Mythic something. I forget what Pro Tours are called now. They're dumb. Pro Tour sounded better. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Mythic Championship, that's what they changed it to. Pro Tour sounded better.
Mythic Championship's not as bad as
It's not.
some
It's
things.
not as bad as Magic Fest.
It's definitely not as bad as Magic Fest. That also sounds like it's a bunch of magicians or something.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
it
would
sounds
be
like
more
a
excited if I
convention you go
walked
to
in and it
Las
was a bunch of
Vegas.
magicians, though. I would be psyched. As someone who loves sleight of hand and like illusions, I would be psyched if that's what I walked into.
they try to base their show where it's still about MTG. Can you imagine like some flamboyant ass?
This your card? It's like, no, it was a Death Shadow. God damn it! You just throw it at you. It's like, hi, you got Mana Screwed too.
It's got like the assistant and everything out there. Are you ready to play some Magic? It's got like a fucking bouquet of flowers. What is this? Where's my chair?
Pull someone's card and you still pull lands, and you're just like, God damn it, Mana Screwed! Spike the land on the ground.
Oh, but Terran Alien, if you
that'd be
do
great.
enjoy playing League, then that's fine. We're not trying to make fun of you or
it's
anything
fine
for
you.
that.
It's
Maybe
not
you're
fine
not.
for me. I'm not making fun of anybody who plays League. I'm making fun of League.
Look,
Yeah, League
all
itself.
all this proves. See. So Terran Alien's response is that they pace themselves when they play League, and they've mainly done normals and bots. I only know what one of those things means, and they said it hasn't been as toxic lately, which that's nice. I think all that means is that you just have more patience and capacity for like goodwill than the rest of us.
Yeah.
So,
I think that was my biggest problem with the League in general. Was just it's a super toxic environment. That's my biggest problem with like old match.
I just
too.
don't
It's
like
super toxic.
PvP, dude. Like, I just don't really like any type of PvP that much.
Yeah.
Except I will get down on like Smash Bros and stuff, but like anything like that, especially when it's like teams and it's like your team versus theirs. Why I don't play sports well. I'm into combat sports. You don't have a fucking team, dude. I don't know. I that stuff makes me so mad. I'm just like ready to punch a child.
As a
Not
person who
not
plays
even a
lot of team
specifically
sports,
bad child. Just any child.
Any kid.
Oh, Terran Alien is a support main, so that
I don't know. I
probably
think that
does
would
help
make
a
me
little.
angrier because then people are being stupid while I'm trying to support them. Especially like anytime you've ever been a healer in Overwatch and the same person just keeps getting killed, you're like, listen, man, I'm done with your shit. Go get that objective and stop being stupid.
No, Terran Alien. I think you're just better than us. I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A average we're in his crew have introduced me to a new phrase of, they just keep holding W.
yeah.
As in they just keep
running
going
forward.
They
Yeah,
just
go.
They just keep
Go,
holding
go.
W. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
What the
tactical,
fuck map
just
am I
hold
on?
W.
What did you guys do last
Uh,
time? You guys were fucking around with that
That's
giant guy with the big head, right?
It's
Yeah,
been
we
2
got-
months.
I think we barely
Yes,
just
it's-
got to where we were waiting for him to come to us, the big guy, because we got to the meeting spot essentially.
That's right. You did get to that meeting spot in the stark cold that all of you were suffering in. All of you.
Except
Every single one of you. Suffering
Except-
greatly in the frigid wasteland that is the northern unclaimed lands.
Except Sam's coat of
What? No.
being
no,
warm.
it isn't even the coat. It's
the
endurance. Or,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
it's
yeah.
that cloak of the comfort's
It's a
cloak.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we
Comfort
discovered-
cloak and my endurance. It doubles basically.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
discovered last session that all of this description of how frigid it has been outside, all of this difficulty the entire group has been going through with both the leaden snow and the blizzard and like sub-negative 40 Fahrenheit temperatures, all of it has been suffered greatly by everyone except Mr. Sam Goodbean, who's been wearing a comforts cloak, which gives him endure elements constantly while he wears it. So he has been in the most, like, walking outside and it's, like, right at 70 degrees with, like, a really, like, a little bit of a breeze. Just fan-fucking-tastic weather for that man. Did we just get raided? Oh, no.
I know, it just happened to give it.
Oh, no. Gisella's being kind again.
Okay.
What would we tell you
So
about that?
I want to
witching
be
hour.
salty with Sam for no reason. Just
I
because.
think you have a good
but,
reason, actually.
Well,
You don't-
I mean, I can't though. I feel like I, the player, can't really regret that because in our other campaign, my character has endurance limits all the time, and we were all in the snow for a while, and I just was walking around like I do in real winter with shorts and t-shirt on, basically. Going, no, it's fine.
Still pulls up, everybody.
So yeah, technically that means that Sam doesn't actually have to make checks until it gets to like supernatural levels of cold. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, you guys talked to a creature called a Ved, V-E-D, which is like some kind of giant, somewhat deformed person with an oversized head, big scraggly dark red beard, and demonstrated your ability to use magic, which seemed to get his attention, and he demanded / negotiated for you to come to his village to help them with a problem. Whoops, excuse me. So you have since left the settlers' camp, which is going to stay there for now because obviously they don't want to necessarily leave if they've been told that there's a chance that they're going to get attacked if they do. Mm-hmm. So they're going to stay put, try to like build up some defenses and kind of make the area a bit easier to like to come back to later, now that they've kind of blazed a trail to there. But also, they'll be able to act as a stop on your way back when you're done with your mission. Somewhere you can actually rest that's more than just your own eyes. Because outside of just the mechanics of this game, obviously, having to travel like this can get very exhausting. Nobody's getting particularly good rest, except Sam. No one's, but like, you know, having to go on watches and constantly like looking out for things while everybody else is asleep, and there's like a bunch of different stressors and things that happens that you get used to, but it's not the same as staying in an inn or in your own home. So having the ability to like show up somewhere where there's like other people who can take some of the load off, it's nice. Anyway. But for now, you're away from them. You were able to track the area that this Ved moved through, since they made a very obvious trail to make sure you could follow it. Exited part of the forest into this like kind of hilly area, and there was one particular hill with like a really strange looking tree that looks like somebody had uprooted it and then like planted it back down like a stake and has tied some of the branches together. So it's got this odd design to it. Stands out a bit. So there, there was a pit with like stones and things around it for you to put in like firewood and kindling to like set a fire and send up smoke. So that accomplished, you know, eventually they'll come get you, lead you off to wherever this village is. The only question is, in the interim, while you guys are waiting, is there anything you wanted to do while you're out there, or you just kind of be incredibly bored and sit by a fire and wait?
I mean, being warm sounds nice. Let's see.
Y'all want to build a snowman?
Posting our Discord.
I mean, if Sam is offering, then yeah.
It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Damn it.
Be a snow.
It's the only lines of that song I know.
Oh, I know the entire. Since I have a
child.
6-year-old,
Yeah.
who is obsessed with the Frozen soundtrack, but doesn't want to watch the movie, boggles my mind. I have sang that song so many times in the last month. It's nuts. So I know all the words.
Well, at least you don't have to let it go.
I know all the words to that one too.
Yeah, of course you do.
I listen to the whole Frozen playlist when we get in the car and we go places, especially when we're driving to my mom's house, because it's like 45 minutes away. It's the whole thing.
Oh, that's really silly. She doesn't want to watch the movie. Maybe because it'll ruin the soundtrack for her.
She's seen the movie like 10 times, but like if I'm like, hey, do you want to watch something? And she's like, I don't know what I want to watch. I'm like, do you want to watch Frozen? She's like, no. But then the second we get in the car, she's like, can you put on the Frozen songs? I'm like, okay. Whatever, sure.
No, we're listening to the
Emperor's
Back
New
to the Future
Groove she'll
soundtrack.
watch until the sun explodes. I don't know why. That's a good movie at least. But my God, I've seen the Emperor's New Groove so many times, you guys.
Yeah, it's a great movie. What are you doing?
I don't know. I just want to stay warm. That's what I'm focused
on. Okay.
Anyway, yes, I will build a snowman with Sam.
That's fine. So you guys are passing time mostly. You guys
Yes.
build a snowman.
Is this a survival or sliding?
What kind of snowman are you building? I'm sure chat really wants to know.
Do we know what centaurs are?
Snow snail.
Probably,
Snow
yeah.
snail. Kill the snow snail. Anyways,
Oh,
Snail,
yeah.
The monument.
No. Sam, I want to build a centaur snowman.
We're gonna need sticks for structural support.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
but
All right, give me a survival, and I'm pretty sure neither of you has like knowledge engineering or like craft sculpture or anything like that.
I have no knowledge skills.
Okay,
And my
so
only craft is my clothing.
all right, so give me a survival and a. You know what? So Sam, you give me an intelligence, and Lamia, you give me charisma.
Oh, okay. Damn it, my intelligence.
You are making art, so.
Damn it. Oh well.
All right, so Sam, you between the two of you are easily able to like find the supplies you need. Like you have a pretty good idea of how to get the base of this thing together and what's going to get the snow to stick and everything. You find that the snow out here is a lot of it's pretty hard. You know, you can tell a lot of it's been like packed and then kind of frozen because it just snows constantly. So you can get like sort of two types of snow, sort of the loose stuff sort of on top, and then like there's like the packed stuff beneath it that you can like get chunks of if you want like more solid pieces. And it's not melting because there's not enough warmth out here until you take it next to the fire. You're able to find some sticks and some stones and other things that you need. You get all the supplies together, and you guys come together and you build. And you know what? It looks damn good to the two of you. It's starting to come together. You can tell there's like the forelegs, and like you're getting to like where the neck is and stuff. You're like, man, I can't believe we got this thing to stand up, and we're gonna get like this like person body thing at the front of it. Like you're like kind of getting excited and whatever. And Eli, they appear to have. It looks like they're making a table, like a snow table with something growing out the front of it. You can't really tell what it's supposed to be. But yeah, it starts to come together. And, oh yeah, you know what that is. They made an animated. What it's supposed to be is like if somebody cast animate object on a table, and then they put like, you don't know, maybe they put some like silly putty together on the front of it that they like attached a stick to, so it'd be like a weapon. So you got like a table with like a putty mass at the front with like one arm sticking out. Oh wait, no, you're pretty sure they made a second arm, but it kept falling off, so they gave up, and it's like a half a second arm. Whereas you guys are like, okay, this is definitely a centaur with a spear and a shield. That's what this is.
Yeah, this is good job, Sam.
High five.
Bam.
Okay. Gotta raise my arm high enough for it to
You're
be a
not
high
even
five
that.
for her.
I'm not even that much taller. You might be the shortest of us, but I'm not that much taller.
And the
Yeah,
oldest.
he's very.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that much shorter though, because he's 5'7".
Yeah.
Oh, hey, he's decently tall, Vetty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
So you've got that built.
Yeah.
That took you, a couple hours worth of time, and it's gonna stay there. You didn't build it too close to the fire, so there it is.
Hell yeah.
Now, did you try to build this to scale, or is it like just like medium sized? Because the scale would be large.
The scale would be large. Well,
I think-
we're just wasting time here, right? Until they come.
You basically have like
Or
you
did we
have
want to
at
make
least a
sure we
day,
finished
right?
it?
Yeah.
Oh. We have a day? Yeah. No, I
You
want to
think
build
probably
a
got
scale.
a day. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That means we can build friends.
Yeah.
So we'll say if you built it large size, it took you probably about 3 hours, right? The whole time, obviously, Eli just sitting by the fire, occasionally eating things and trying to figure out what you guys are building.
Yep.
For my next thing I make, no. Since we already have a half man, half horse, or half man, half demi, half horse.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a mermaid, but the way I want to do it is have a big lump of snow, and I'm just going to make a mermaid out of the snow on the ground, not like build it up.
Like it's
Like there's a pile of
laying
snow.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need the survivals again. I just need one of you do intelligence and one of you do charisma.
Make me girlfriend.
Okay, which one do you want me to do? You did intelligence. Okay, I guess I'll do charisma again. Yeah.
I definitely know what a mermaid looks like.
So Sam, you've definitely seen a mermaid before. With that check, you've definitely seen one. Not just like wavekin, like you've actually seen a merfolk, a female merfolk. And as you guys are trying to put this together, you're kind of leaning on Lamia's apparent artistic talents, and man, this is not looking this is not looking right at all. Every time she does that thing where it's like you'd be like, oh yeah, this is what the tail looks like, and then you start focusing on something else and like, you know, shoring up some of the snow, and you'll like look back and she's put a split in the tail, and you're like, no, dude, it's one tail. Why do you keep putting the split there? And she's like, I don't know, I keep thinking of it like that. And by the end of it, the tail is so battered and has been reformed so many times that it looks like a slug woman is like partially merged with the ground. And so you've got what you end up with, like what instead of being like it looks like an actual like lady attached to like a fish body, is it looks like you've got like a traditional snowman that's partially like melted into the ground. You just don't have any carrots for the nose, so it's a rock.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that head's gonna fall off again at some point, but you know what? For now, it's good. That's the centaur's girlfriend.
If I had some like wild onions, I could like crush them up and like use that for green, and I could like color the scales green. I don't think I will find any up here though.
Eli, since you're just kind of watching them and obviously keeping an eye out, you do see that it looks like there are a couple of larger creatures traveling towards you from the east. They're pretty far off. It's going to take a little while for them to get to you.
Cool. I'll just keep an eye on that. Not just let them screw around and just pay attention. As they start to get closer, I might notify them, but till then, I'll just hang out.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not going to keep rolling. We're just going to say, we'll roll one more, but after that, I'll just let you narratively go through them.
Okay. Next one should be a harpy, Sam.
Oh, yes. Because we know what those look like.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll intelligence this time?
So I think I technically have a better charisma than you.
I don't have a bonus to my charisma. So,
yeah, that's why I technically have a better one. And you do have a bonus with intelligence, so go ahead.
Yep.
Do the. And you know what? They're your baby harpies, so.
Okay, 9.
Darn it.
We're gonna make one before they hatch. Yeah, we're gonna just make a big snow egg.
Okay, that was my best charisma one so far.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are able to make. It's close to a harpy. There's a couple of details that Sam kind of misremembered here and there, but it was like well after the point. Where he's like remembering, like it's like kind of what you're saying, the that discrepancy between, kind of in his head, all the different times you've imagined when they hatch, like what the babies are going to look like. Since I imagine that Sam has probably thought about that a few times, versus what the adults that you've seen already.
I keep imagining baby bird and not like baby bird person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's like a few different discrepancies where it's like you were kind of going for, well, I want to make one of the younger harpies or something. Maybe this will be what one of the babies grows up to be, but you don't know what that looks like, so it just kind of didn't come together. However, she did help craft what you described. It's probably not what an adolescent harpy looks like, but it looks okay. So you've got a centaur, you've got a mermaid, and you've got a harpy.
Yep.
Eli, they have a table with a clay lump on it. They've got a half melted snowman, and then they have what you're pretty sure is just a weird looking bird.
Okay. Yeah. I'll at one point I'll be like, is it Shrillhawk? Because you did not the best job. He might be cross with you.
We left Shrillhawk,
No,
right?
it's a harpy.
I think you did leave Sherlock, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. He might be cross with you if he saw that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't see Sherhawk in this at all. What are you talking about?
It's just the wings, and that's the only defining characteristic. Look, art is in
Oh,
the
so
eye
if
of
if art has wings, they're automatically birds. Got
Hey,
it.
if I
I
had-
got
if
it,
I-
boss.
If I had access to coconuts, you could tell that that's not a beak.
I just should have not said anything. Anyways, there is large things walking this way. You all should probably be aware that we might have to do something soon.
Oh, okay.
They're a little closer after those next two checks, so you can tell that they are humanoid shape. You're pretty sure that they're two Ved, like just big ass head, like kind of same movement style.
What's the distance on them now, do we think? We've got time for one more, or is that it?
You've got probably a couple of hours. You can tell that they're having to like trudge. There's not like a path or anything that they're going
Somebody
on.
requested snow dragon, so I want to make a snow dragon.
Oh boy.
But what I
Okay.
think of what Sam's vision of a dragon, which is,
So
you see
Thule-
medieval art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, so yeah,
Wait,
for
has this person
Thule
ever seen what a
would have the
dragon is?
most traditional Western view of a dragon, is what it would look like to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except you're
Bonnie will
making, like,
help
a-
him.
Weird heraldic snow version of that. Okay.
Medieval art is one of my favorite things.
Oh,
because
snap.
They definitely didn't mean to be impressionist or abstract, but their poor art concepts and inability to do perspective makes it all
Yeah.
look like that, which I
That
love.
lack of perspective and depth is just like,
unintentional abstract
guys.
impressionism. It's great.
ooh. Okay,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. Good
Buddy,
job, Sam.
So
what you doing over here, man?
that almost seems like you've got a family member who was telling dragon stories.
I mean, he's got plenty.
So here, I'll give you a bit of the lore bit here, and then I'll let you improvise. So dragons in Hayethe have not been actually seen in at least 200 years. And even at that point, there's no like verified. That's when you start to get stories of people having encountered them, and that was basically all in Delantia. The history, of course, though, of the Thulian people is that you guys actually came from an island far off to the west where there were dragons. You guys were actually, so your ancestors are actually ruled over by dragons. When you came to what is now Delantia, there's a deity called Zeravi the Mage Tongue, who is a dragon deity that supposedly taught people like their own language and taught them the basics of magic and that kind of stuff, and like helped them start their society. But he's a deity. That was forever ago. As far as like actual dragons, they don't exist out here. But you may have had relatives who have had stories passed down from before they came to Delantia that, have encountered them or talked to them or fought them or anything like that. So I'm curious how you want to incorporate how you have pretty intimate knowledge of what they look like, what relative has been telling you stories of dragons and drawing pictures of them and that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, my uncle. I'm coming up with a name. My uncle Buck.
Thank you.
Yeah. I looked around the room to look at something. I saw some shotgun shells. So I was like, buckshot. But yeah, Buck. Yeah. No, he used to pretend with me that I was a knight and he was a dragon, and he had a picture book that had a bunch of stories about dragons and knights in it, and he'd tell me those stories when he would come to visit. He kind of did what I did, or am doing now, where he traveled around a bunch. But no, that's one of the things he used. He did it with all the kids, but I think you did it with me a lot because I wanted to like be a knight,
Oh, it wasn't because you're good luck?
I mean, that could have done something too, but yeah. Can we, Uncle Buck? I'm gonna make him a lucky one as well because he's
a Veti. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because surely there's one they appear every now and then, but that was kind of his reasoning too. Yeah. So it always made me excited when he would come around because I wouldn't be the only one getting my head rubbed on and stuff like that.
Cool. That works for me. So yeah, he's so Uncle Buck. He had a lot of stories about him. He's one of those people who's very interested in not only the history of the Thule people, but why are you making that face?
You're doing the thing.
Wow.
I'm just trying real hard to listen.
Same.
1 second.
Because I could make out most of what you're saying. But.
Yeah, I've been able to make it out.
Okay. What about now? Is it better?
The intense frown.
Still a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, lame.
Yeah, we'll just have to roll through.
Christ. And my headphones did something weird too. Oh wait, hey, hold on a second. Oh no, you do have a fortunate fate. I forgot she did that.
Yeah, you're fine now sounding.
Okay.
Quick.
Anyway.
Well, it's good. Go.
So you're, shit. So yeah, he's obviously one of those people who was very... Did you say hold on?
No, go ahead.
Oh. He was very interested in the history of the Thulian people.
Uh-oh.
And...
Our stream.
Yeah, our stream crashed.
Yeah. What did you do?
Oh,
no,
it looks like it's come back up.
No, it should be back. It should be fine. Yeah.
That was weird.
Well, yeah, that's when I was holding up a finger, I was toggling the network, so they'll be caught up. Yeah.
Okay.
The part that won't show up on the stream is going to be the part where we were quiet.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're good. So, sorry everybody. Yeah, I was toggling the network thingy to see if that worked, and it apparently didn't. But all you missed was literally we were just being quiet. So while we were waiting for the thing to clear up. No, but yeah, he was very interested, some kind of historian in the Thulian people, which has a lot to do with dragons. So you got to actually see a bunch of artist renditions of them. You probably even know that like there's lore of there being a difference between the colors of them being like actual different races or species of them. You don't know things about like, chromatics versus metallics. Just like the different colors are the different species of them, right? So, so you've seen like different depictions. I'll give you the choice of which color of dragon it is that you're having Lamia help you model here.
Oh, because I don't know any better, it's going to be white.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I would, because if I did know, it'd be silver. But
right.
But no, let's go with white.
Okay, so you guys build. You're able to describe it in enough detail and like make enough corrections and stuff. And Lamia, you're good enough with like your hands and like expression and stuff that like as he's describing this and it's like trying to show you how stuff looks or making little like quick diagrams in the snow with a stick. That you guys get this thing put together. Now, what he's created to you doesn't look like a dragon, but you can see why he would call it that. Like, oh, cool, that's what a Thulian dragon looks like, I guess. So, Eli, you see a beast that they have created, and this one actually looks interesting. It looks like they actually made what they were setting out to. It doesn't look like kind of amorphous and like half collapsed like the others. It almost makes it look out of place compared to the rest. You know, like the smeared snowman and like the odd table, and bird that apparently is not bird, and you got its pronouns wrong, so you're in trouble now.
Oh.
So this whatever they made here, that looks cool. Like. But also, by that point, you can see that the Ved have drawn close enough that you can see that they are not alone. There are 4 medium creatures with them, and if you didn't know any better, you don't have great enough visibility to tell for sure, but it looks like they're just demi that are with them. Demi who are pulling a sled. The Ved aren't on the sled, they're just walking next to it, but that's what it looks like to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep watching that and choose not to remark about the snow sculpture this time, since the last one got me yelled at.
But cool, yeah, by the time you guys are
fair.
All the way finished and stuff, they have drawn close enough, like all of you can pretty well tell what is approaching you, yes, is indeed 2 Ved, just trudging along, and they're obviously big, and they're tall enough, even though they're kind of hunched, that the snow is kind of a problem, because it's pretty deep for them, it's pretty deep, but they're tall enough that it's not that big a deal. Like, a person trying to walk through that, it'd probably come up to their hips. But you can see that the 4 people that are with them, at this distance, we'll just say Demi, you can tell one of them's kind of got like an odd skin tone that you're like, maybe they're not Demi, it might be Rakag or something, you can't quite tell. But either way, like, they all have like snowshoes on and stuff, so they're like walking on top of the snow, they're dragging the sled across the mostly the surface of it. So you can see that's kind of the ensemble that's approaching you. The medium humanoids are, you know, they have like furs on and like big, thick, like fur, like hats, and like they're all bundled up. The Ved are, you know, they're clothed in like furs and stuff too. They're not quite as bundled up, but the people are obviously equipped to move about in the frigid temperatures. When they finally get up to like the base of the hill, you know, you could hear kind of down at the base of it, you could hear the Ved like shouting at the people. Like, they're not like screaming at them or like beating them or anything, but they're like aggressively just like barking at them to like move, like telling them to get up this hill. And the people are just like trudging their way upward, which is a little bit harder. You can see they've taken like the straps for this the sled and like tied them around belts at their waists, and they're using like walking sticks with like spikes at the bottom to like pull their way up, like kind of dig down into the snow and like pull their way up, because the snowshoes aren't going to give them a lot of grip to do that. And it's like 2 of them are doing that part, and the other 2 are just like pulling and making sure the sled comes all the way up. But if you guys just sit there and wait, eventually they do make it all the way to the top of the hill, and you can tell it looks like there's 2 Demi. One of them is definitely Vishkanya, and then the 4th person it appears to be half Rakag. All males. And when they get up there, they don't like wave or look at you or anything like that. In fact, they kind of keep their gaze averted. Very placid, very flat expressions, and the Ved come like marching up after them. It's hard for you guys to completely differentiate the 2 Ved. You're not super familiar with their race, but as they get closer, because their heads are so large, I know I keep pointing that out, but it's like cartoonishly so. Their expressions, their like facial features and stuff stand out even more. So it becomes like more obvious as they get a little bit closer. Like, oh, okay, that guy we recognize, that guy is different. Big head mode on GoldenEye, kind of, yeah. The one you recognize actually like approaches you. He like walks over to the campfire and like seems like warm his hands for a little while. The other one walks around, barks something in Sylvan, obviously. Excuse me. And the humanoids, the mediums, all run over and they all run over and start to warm themselves as well, like pulling off gloves and stuff like that. And he looks over at you all, and you hear him, "Oh, all right, go." He doesn't obviously know that you guys have no fucking clue what he's saying.
Yeah, I will just stare blankly at him.
Oh, well, Lamia will look over to the other humanoids and be like, "Hey, do any of you speak Ulu?"
Or Thule?
None of them look up at you. The Ved kind of narrows his eyes and looks down at them. He like says something else, like he's asking you a question, but you're like, I don't know. But yeah, none of the humanoids even look up at you.
Okay, I'm just thinking. I guess we pop one of these potions. I pull out one of the potions of comprehend languages that we got, and like, hey, me, you, who's gonna take it? What are we doing?
That's you. You're the talker, boss.
This is listening.
Sorry.
Two very different things. And just take a drink.
What?
A drink, yeah.
All right, you drink that, and you hear him very clearly say, "What was that?"
You can't understand me still. I like gesture, and I like try and convey the drinking. I can hear now, like that kind of thing.
We'll say that's simple enough. He's, "Oh, magic, more magic. Forgot no speak, wise. You." He like indicates the Vishkanya. You see them kind of jump and they just keep their head down. Just speak like them. And they kind of look up a little bit. They look over at you first, Eli, and then up at the Ved. He says in Ulu, he says, "Okay. No tricks." He looks at you, Eli, and says, "Say, you understand."
I understand.
And the Vishkanya says, obviously, you understand it, Eli. The rest of you are like, "Oh, he's speaking Sylvan." Says, "He understands." "Good. Speak for me." So Eli, you're going to understand everything he says, obviously, but the Vishkanya will translate for the others of you. They still don't, like, they immediately put their head back down and, like, they won't look at any of you after that point. But he will tell you that you're going to be heading east to their camp. Excuse me. He says that they're next to a frozen lake, and they are on the edge of the territory of the masters, as he calls them. And he elaborates and says, "Our ancestors are further east. We will not go there. And you should not go there. Do not go past the lake."
Alright, not going past the lake.
Not east. Don't go east past the lake.
Right.
And he seems to mostly just leave it at that, as if like, that's all you need to know for now. We're going to keep moving. As far as those instruction goes. But he kind of looks at your tents and things, and he tells you, you can put your stuff on the sled. You guys can ride on the sled.
Okay.
Which you all know is going to be a pretty hefty load for those people to pull.
Right.
But they can do it. But, oof.
But what about the Sylphwoods we brought?
We've got mounts we can ride along.
Put stuff on sled, then. Ride on mount.
Sure. I look at myself. I don't have anything. Anyways, and I just hop on the back because I just have the one bag. Like,
Sam's breaking down the camp.
I'm not taking it off.
Yeah. So you break down camp, grab all your stuff, throw that up on the sled. Cool. So, obviously, once that gets broken down, you start traveling. It's going to take a little bit to get where you're going. But thankfully, it is not that long of a trip. It does lead you completely out of the woods. You kind of enter into... the trees are much more sparse. Yeah, the trees are much more sparse.
No!
You can tell you're heading towards like a patch of woods, not really like a full forest or anything. But there you are traveling across this big, like kind of open plains, just these snow drifts. And because you guys got that Arctic pack, you all have snowshoes, right? I know you're going to be riding the Sylphwoods.
It's in my Arctic gear, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. That we purchased.
Yeah, obviously you have the Sylphwoods, but anytime you take breaks and that kind of stuff, I imagine you get off of them, stretch your legs a little bit, and if somebody has to go pee, right? You don't want to be like waist deep in the snow. That'd be extra terrible for Lamia with no snowshoes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
They made a golden dragon.
So we only need one check for against the temperature because it is still very cold outside.
Yeah.
Everybody but Sam has to check.
+5.
Or
Yep.
2.
Still versus cold.
Toasty in here.
Hey. I rolled well.
Yep, no worries. And obviously this is another one of those every 10 minutes.
Okay, so
we're at severe.
2 non-lethal. Oh no, that's severe. Okay, never mind. So
Yeah, we're only at severe, excuse me.
okay.
So you're not failing. Though the way that I'm going to handle it for these, just so that we don't have to make for every hour 6 checks. I'm going to check for a failure once, and if you pass, you're good, right? If we fail, we'll keep running checks. Either way, though, I'm just gonna deal some non-lethal damage to you.
Look.
So each of you has 4 non-lethal except Sam, because he's got Endure Elements.
Yerk.
But we're going to assume you didn't actually, like, fail any checks bad enough that you got the check for frostbite, nothing like that, okay? We move on. So you guys managed to trudge through this. Thankfully, being on the back of the Sylphwoods makes it a lot easier. It's a lot easier on you in general, not having to, like, wade through the snow. I know Sam has been very tempted to absolutely fucking just jockey on one of these things and go as fast as he can. I imagine you're not doing that now while you're being escorted. Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Let me bring some things up. This goes on map layer now. Map layer. Okay. So you guys get to that kind of patch of woods, finally. I'm trying to find the map I want to use here. Okay, it does get a bit more dense as you cross into it. Then when you're at a distance, it looked like it was going to be really sparse and that kind of stuff. But as you get closer, it becomes obvious that this is a bit more forested than you initially suspected. Double check. No, you can't see that. Cool. You do see some smoke coming up from there, probably from a pretty large campfire or something like that. And the vet will tell you that you're nearing the village. And then he tells you that the wise man will tell you of their problem.
Okay.
Just gonna drop you guys onto a map. Let me put your tokens down so you'll actually be able to see first.
Hooray. I like seeing. Seeing is believing, as they say.
As they say. Lamia. What's up with your health, Lamia? What's going on? Why's your HP down?
It shouldn't be. I'm maxed right now. I mean, I wasn't maxed when we were last on the map, but...
The hell? That's weird.
How long does your potion last, Dave?
That's a fantastic question. Let me look.
Because I don't know how long this travel was.
It was an hour.
Let's see.
I believe the potion would have worn
It's
off.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was caster level 1, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I wrote down what caster level it was. And it's only 10 minutes per level, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Caster level 1, so 10 minutes.
That's super weird. Oh, I think I know what happened. Let me go way to the bottom. No idea why it's freaking out like that. Okay. Either way, your token's fixed now, I guess. And then I need to put Sam out here with no Sherlock this time. Cool. Alright, let's bring you all over. And then zoom out because that's... There we go. Cool. So, as you approach, you will see that obviously this camp is lit by a pretty large fire. You immediately smell something like burnt hair. Doesn't smell great. And as y'all are led in, they pretty quickly like take the they remove like the sled and whatnot off of the four people. They let them go back over and sit next to the campfire. You do see a fifth person there. Actually, it looks like a woman, half Kassir woman that is like bundled up, laying next to the fire. And let me zoom out just a bit more here. Just trying to make sure what chat sees is like useful. Okay. Obviously, you see like several of these patchwork tents. Even at a glance, you guys can tell that they're pretty ragged. Like they'll work. They will help insulate a bit, but a lot of them have rips in them that have had to be patched up. Some have like clearly collapsed like several times, had to be put back up, that kind of thing. The whole camp gives you this feeling of like being worn down. But thankfully, you can see the source of the burnt hair smell isn't like a person or anything. It looks like they had scorched this animal, this antlered animal. They scorched it up pretty good and have been gradually like removing the fur and stuff off of the hide.
Do I know?
You can see that like. Yes, yeah, you can tell it's a. Well, actually, give me a nature check real quick.
Sure. I do like animals as my favorite enemy. It's also a thing. So there is a bonus to it. Where the nature higher? I think it's just a +2.
Mm-hmm. For now. Oh God, yeah, easy. Okay, it's a reindeer.
Rudolph, no.
Reindeer are better than people. Also a song from the Frozen soundtrack. Sorry, go ahead.
So, but yeah, you can see it's a reindeer. That it's they've cut the throat open. They've like started removing the guts and everything. You can see what's probably your favorite Ved panda over here. This guy is fishing in these little holes.
I saw that's the first thing I noticed when I looked at the map. And I was like, okay, how do I work this out where I go over there and help?
So it's not on this map, but to the east of this, you can tell like this is like a little offshoot piece of, I don't know what they're called whenever like a lake has like a little, it's not a tributary, but like a little offshoot. You can tell this is just like an inlet, part of a much larger body of water. Like to the east, it does open up into this massive, what's clearly like a frozen lake that's been mostly snowed over. You can just tell that there's like parts that that people have walked over and whatnot and cleared, so that you can tell that it's frozen water that all the snow is sitting on.
It being so cold, ice would be, or lakes would be pretty safe. But then lead snow weighs a lot.
Right.
So that's an interesting conundrum there of like, it's damn thick and insulated, but that weighs a ton. Yeah. And
even like looking at it, you can tell that like the path that's kind of seems to cut across it does seem like it's been snowed over for like maybe a few days or so, where like they obviously didn't cross it, so it's built up. So they probably didn't cross it while the lead snow was coming down. Probably for that reason. You do see also a person over here. A people. There we go.
A different person.
Yeah, they have a name.
An old druid man.
Somebody stole his shoes.
It was me.
What are you doing here, Red?
Take everybody's shoes.
Yeah.
You very quickly notice he has the same mark as the other person who threatened you. It is clearly a different person.
Okay.
But as you're like entering, he doesn't seem to, like, he looks over and then doesn't seem to like pay much attention after that. Like he goes back, looks like he's inspecting the fish over there that are laid out on that bear pelt, which are fucking huge. By
those
the way,
look huge, like scale wise.
Yeah.
Quick question about
that might take me 2 days. Sorry.
The
Go on.
vet who is fishing. How is he fishing?
How did I know you were going to ask a question about the fishing?
How is this Ved fishing? He does have a makeshift pole.
Okay.
Because
with like a point on the end? Okay. Sorry. Because spear could work, but you never know.
Yeah, he's using a makeshift like line and pole. Because you imagine that water's like super cold. He probably doesn't have. If there is a long enough spear that they use, he's not using it right now. But they may have one somewhere that they use to just like jab down in there if they can find something. But he does, even when you come in, you can tell he looks kind of relaxed. Like he's just like sitting with it like sort of pushed into the ground. He's got like one hand on it. He's not like sitting there just like alert. Like it's, oh god, we're so hungry. We need, like they have some food. So this might be recreational for him at the moment. Just sitting there bundled up, ice fishing. You do see another person kind of come out with some firewood, dump some on the pile, and they move over and they start removing the fur and stuff off of that reindeer. One of the others will join them and help out. But yeah, so cool. You guys get there. The person who's with you obviously ran over to the fire, so the Ved will lead you guys over there as well, to make sure that their words can be translated. Excuse me. It will say, warm selves by fire. Wise man will speak to you when ready.
Alrighty then. Don't have to tell me twice. I'll walk over to the fire immediately,
Lamia's the same.
To the bed. Can I point at the ice and then point at me and like point at the fish and be like, thumbs up?
He kind of looks between them at you and gives a shrug.
All right.
Can't take that as a. He probably doesn't care.
Cool. I don't need to sit by the fire. But
Nope.
I have those barbed arrows with ropes made for like throwing lines. Would that work as like bow fishing?
Probably. Yeah.
All right. I mean, because I don't have a fishing pole in this campaign.
Yeah. Now, rope in the water though is that's gonna be a little tough. I'm assuming none of you have twine, or like.
Wait. Looking at my magical item.
Yeah, let me look at some.
Yeah, I have a robe of infinite twine.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure one of us has a robe of infinite twine, but
Yeah, you can get enough twine to like braid it and make it a bit more resilient in the water and stuff. That would be easier than because rope's going to be heavier, right? So
yeah.
Seriously, one of the most underrated, like low-level magical items is the robe of infinite twine. By the way,
it is great. It's a good one.
It's a dope item.
I will in character mention this. Like, I don't think a rope will work. I think I've seen you pull twine or like some string off of that before. Do you think I could use some of that?
Well, sure. Just make sure I get it back because once it's off of the robe, then the robe breaks.
Oh
no, that it only breaks if you pull rope out of it super fast.
Oh, is it super fast? I thought it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you read the item, it's only if you do the thing where you can generate a shitload of rope really quickly, then it'll break.
Oh, okay.
I'll take my time and I'll.
Otherwise, it's infinite.
Pieces removed from. Okay, yeah. Then no. Yeah. You can use some, Sam. Just be kind of slow and careful about it.
Yep.
I, meanwhile, am going to be trying to get as close to the fire without catching on fire as I possibly can.
As is the way.
Yeah.
Right. What are you doing, Lamia? Oh, go ahead.
Would I need to roll any kind of check to make this twine good?
Nah. I would say there's no like use rope skill or anything like that in Pathfinder. In this case, I would assume any adventurer who's like done anything outside before knows how to fucking braid twine and that kind of stuff. Make basic ropes, basic knots. Like you obviously know this.
Just want to make.
Yeah, it's a good question.
But what's Lamia?
Well, Lamia is also close to the fire, but she will like play. Are those fish skeleton bones?
Yes, those are bones. Those are fish bones.
Bones.
Okay.
Bones.
So she hasn't really tried eating bone marrow, has she? I don't think she has. So she's gonna try and like chew the outer bones so she can get to the marrow to see what that's like.
Fish bones have.
I'm Googling it. I don't think fish bones have marrow.
That's
like
what
that.
I was.
I don't think so either, but
most fish bones do not have functional bone marrow.
They do not.
They might have some spinal.
There's like
stuff,
fluid.
but-
Yeah, there's like some amount of fluid in the spine. And then big enough fish will have marrow, but these are not. These are big, but they're not that like
not
the
big. Yeah.
These are like oversized versions of smaller fish rather than like just larger breeds of fish.
Yeah, but Lamia doesn't know any better, so.
I mean, you can sit there and just try to chew up bones, but you know that's going to be pretty dangerous. However, you could like scorch them until they get soft and then eat them.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Lamia will try that.
Because just like trying to just eat these large spiky fish bones is like that's a good way to choke and die, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
exactly. That's why we don't give dogs
regular fish bones.
So when I have to put my
good
hand
old
in
sharp
to pull out
bones.
a bone, like
Yeah.
a dog,
Regular
fish
fish bones are very choky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Choky pokey.
So yeah, so you like grab the and it's pretty much picked clean. Like there's little like just laces of meat kind of stuck in there where it's just like someone just realistically couldn't quite get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like fling that over into the fire and like start letting that cook for a while. Well, they're part of the map, so let me switch layers on you here. I'll just make that token layer. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Lamia is over there roasting fish bones, and then Sam, you're gonna go over here to help this guy or to fish along with this guy.
Probably not next to that guy. I will give him a head bob because if there's another open hole, I'm probably gonna go to the other. I don't want to take his spot, you know.
Yeah, there's one over there. Let me drag camera again for everybody else. There we go. Yeah, there's this one over here.
Crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Mm-hmm.
While they're doing that too, and I'm trying to be as close to fire without being on fire, I am going to try and do like a quick, obviously I see 4 Ved, but I'm going to see if I can do a quick scan to see if there's any more, if there's any more like Demi or Vishkanya or whoever just lurking around than what I can plainly see.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll a check for that just because you're like sitting at leisure at the moment. You can see that like most of these tents are empty, but a few of them have Ved in them. Oops. This tent, I think people can see that I'm indicating that. I'll zoom out a bit. You can like lean over, you kind of like peek whenever like the flap opens, whatever. You can see that there are 2 other Ved in there. One you kind of barely get a glimpse of. You can see that they don't have a beard. Might be female, or just maybe a younger male. It's really tough to tell because their just features aren't necessarily the same as yours. But you do remember him saying that like they haven't had women there in a while, even though you see there's clearly like a lady across the fire from you that appears to be half Kasir. She looks now that you and Lamia are close enough, she doesn't look particularly healthy, like she might be sick or something. And despite like having seen that they don't treat these people the nicest, they do have her like under a lot of blankets and other stuff like that, and like they seem to be allowing the others to like take care of her and like, you know, they're like feeding, like letting her drink like warm water and other stuff like that. So they seem like they're wanting her to get better, but obviously she, for whatever reason, she doesn't count. But anyway, sorry. So you see 2 more inside of here that are not outside and accounted for. You can see across from here, across from me, like up here, there's one sitting in that tent. And they appear to just be kind of watching like you guys and like that central area where all the mediums are. They are holding what looks like, or they have a bunch of javelins kind of sitting next to them, which it looks like they're kind of passively sharpening stone heads for these javelins. Like over time, you see them like start binding some of them to a wooden shaft.
Large creature-sized javelins.
Yep. They're big.
Small trees with stones on the front of them.
I'm just imagining the Dark Souls like getting shot by the Black Knights in that one area.
Right? Those big ass like Dragon Slayer arrows.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that he's just crafting javelins over there essentially. Okay. But he's also got a big ass club next to him. And then like on occasion, like someone will start like wandering off or whatever, and he'll like bark at one of them and grab the club. And they'll like mutter something in Sylvan, and he'll like just like wave them off, like they need to check in, like he's the person they have to check in with. And then you see this one's empty. Across from here, it looks like there is one. This is the only other Ved that's hidden, is down here. I don't think chat can see that. Down there in that tent, you can see one more Ved, who is also just a lump of blankets and furs. In fact, they have the blanket that they have the terror blanket that you guys finally got rid of is on top of that pile. And they seem to be curled up underneath it asleep.
Okay. Eli moves to the opposite end of the fire.
Yes, I do. You're joking, but I 100% was about to be like, I go the other side. I'm like, nope.
Hey, it's a really fancy blanket.
Yeah, it's also disgusting.
Filled with the sins of 1,000 stains.
Yep, somebody is definitely sleeping underneath that and a bunch of furs now.
Well, at least the furs can protect them.
So
yes, these untanned hides are cleaner than that blanket.
Right. Ripped them fresh off the animal. All right. So Sam, obviously you don't have profession like fisherman or anything like that.
Nope.
But you can give me a survival check. We'll say your I don't know. We'll give you your favorite enemy bonus since fishes is animals.
Yeah. To flavor it a little bit, I have some rations in my pack still, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe you do.
I'm gonna crumble up a little bit of it and kind of throw them in the water and see if anything comes and nibbles.
Okay.
Try and lure some stuff in, maybe. It's not like it's a ton.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll give you another +2 bonus. Why not?
Okay, and that's to
we'll call it survival. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a specific thing, so I'm like the DC is higher, but you already have a crazy good roll. So
I get the bow out and I adhere the one end of the string to it. And I think about it and I go no, and I attach it to my belt because bow goes in the water. And I don't have a bow anymore.
Right.
I'd rather get drug under than the bow than lose that bow. Survival, so plus favorite enemy plus baiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be 4 then. Nice. I think it's just a +2, correct?
Yeah. That's a damn good
2
roll.
bluff knowledge, sense motive, survival. Yeah.
That's a
I do
damn
get a
good
+2
roll.
bonus on weapon attacks and damage against them as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your favorite enemy bonus, I think, counts here since you're literally shooting a bow.
Yeah.
Probably should have to do perception first, but I think we'll lump this all in.
Yeah. Make go by this quicker.
Yeah.
Still need to work on those fishing rules for Pathfinder.
God, right?
That shit that I came up with like 3 years ago.
I'm sure there's some charts out there. I had one. Wait, let me see where that is. I think I have it saved. Hold on a second.
Meantime, I've never actually been bow fishing because part of me is against it because you are shooting a fish with an arrow, which is very against catch and release.
Right.
But
yeah.
you have things like invasive carp species and stuff like that here in Oklahoma, at least. So it's one of those things of like that's what a lot of bow fishers do is they just go out and shoot carp. And
Oh, here it is. Here's the list. Where
yeah, they don't even like keep them a lot. Sometimes they just chop them up and throw them back in
fishing
because just to get rid of them. Invasive species.
Fishing.
There is an absolute Chad in I think Florida who modified a lock to shoot better underwater, and he swims around in reefs and shoots lionfish, which are invasive. So he goes underwater and shoots lionfish with a Glock underwater.
That's funny as fuck. Also, apparently they taste really good. Okay, so this doesn't
really?
divide them. Yeah, apparently they taste really good. This doesn't divide them into regions. And I don't know off the top of my head what kind of fish you'd find in Arctic type regions or tundra.
Sturgeon.
I know that's the only one I do know.
That's the only one I know. Yeah, Ike maybe.
What fish can you catch in winter in Stardew?
Oh God.
There's a list for that too, but I'm not gonna look at it. We'll say you get a pike. That's a really good fucking roll. Let me see if we can find an icon for a pike. No, I'm not. I'm spending too much time trying to do dumb
walleye. Stuff. Oh yeah, so sunfish, crappie, yellow perch, walleye, northern pike, and trout.
Okay. Give me a
walleye.
Okay, roll me 2d4. Hey, actually, walleye makes sense. How big are walleye?
2d4.
Yeah.
No bonus. Okay. Min and max. So
average, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this region, that would be... Oh, so it's basically the same one as this. So excuse you. Itchy boy. There. Sam has
talk about eating
fish.
bones. Sorry.
Walleye. That
Walleye.
is it's gonna have, so basically increased by 50%. So round it up, 7. It's a big fucking fish. There you go. You should be able to see and control your fish as of now. The 7 pounds is how much meat's on it, not how much it weighs total.
Yeah. It's Wiley. It's flopping. No, quickly try to pin it down, take a little knife and just
kill it, yeah.
Yeah. It's...
The vet up up kind of north of you or whatever, like sees you catch it and you can like hear him kind of chuckle.
Give him a thumbs up.
He says something and he can see he's kind of smiling a little bit. He hollers something back towards the rest of this group, and the one that's in this tent up north like peeks out and just kind of gives like a nod of approval.
Which seems try catching, go ahead. Yeah, until I guess we're ready to talk about fishing.
Yeah, I imagine you keep fishing, but that shout, that little bit of commotion seems to get the druid guy's attention. He kind of wandered over. We'll say people have been moving around. I'm not going to sit here and move a bunch of tokens back and forth.
Yeah.
So he's been sort of talking to different people and like pointing things out. And one of the others like grabbed a couple of the fish from over there and is like opened it up and is like taking a bunch of the guts out. And he looks like he's like sorting through the entrails of this fish and pointing things out. But then after the shouts and stuff happen, he looks over. Sees Sam, you're over there fishing and everything, and like notices the rest of you about the fire. Lamia, by now the bones are pretty roasty toasty.
Did you darken that?
Yes.
Like, okay. Just curious.
Yes, I did darken it. But those bones are pretty roasty toasty. So you've probably, I imagine, like you take them out, leave them in the snow for a second because if you just bite into them, you'll burn the hell out of yourself. But yeah, they definitely seem a lot softer. Like a couple of them kind of like chip or crack as you're like dragging it like across the stones over there. You can see these other the mediums and stuff as you're dragging it off the fire are kind of they're watching it a little bit, but as soon as you like look, as soon as it becomes obvious you look at them, they immediately look away again. But finally, this guy will wander over. He doesn't say anything right away. He seems to be observing like what you're doing with these bones.
Oh, Lamia feels awkward now. So even though like she's basically started scraping them with her teeth, she'll stop and then just like put it in her lap and look over to Eli and then look over to the stranger.
I'll just give you this look.
Like, I didn't see it. Do it again.
He doesn't know bone eating etiquette.
Yeah.
When you stop and look all awkward, the druid man he's kind of like leaned over, but he kind of makes like an eat motion and he just goes Mpacha.
Okay, Lamia will continue trying to eat through the bone.
So fish bones don't taste great. A little chalky when they're breaking off. They don't taste terrible. Like you're getting some char, maybe a little too much char. But there's like parts of it when you like kind of hit the meat and you're like, oh well, actually that meat tastes all right, even though it's burnt and dry now. Like that fish probably tasted amazing. Whatever there was actually fish. But after like a few bites of like just the different parts of it that you can easily chew up that don't like immediately stab you, because some parts of it are still hard. It's not very satisfying. But you do realize that like even though you can see where there's been like a stab or something into like the back of the skull of this thing, it doesn't look like they've cracked the skull open or anything like that. So there might be a brain in there.
Yeah, that juicy bit might be in there.
Yeah, like they definitely eaten all the right. Like they've definitely eaten all this, like the flesh off the outside of it, but there might be some on the inside there. So imagine going like crack that open, and this immediate this like gush of steam and like hot liquid kind of comes out of it. It also does seem to unleash.
Sorry.
Price lower. Oh, hey. Yeah, don't. You should probably not do that. People don't tend to like it when you jump in and throw your advertisements in like that. You're free to stay and watch, but no. Anyway, so
never mind. I guess it's just deleted.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Delete the message is fine. They're not banned or anything, but. Anyway.
So the steam.
Yeah. It does unleash a scent, a bit of a scent into the air. To you, Lamia, it smells great.
Yeah, delicious.
To you, Eli, it kind of smells weird. It's like it's one of those scents where it's like it's almost like you barely smell it if you've ever been outside of like an area where something's being cooked or heated, and you can kind of get just a hint of the smell, but you don't necessarily want to be like, oh, that smells good, because there's a party that's like, that might actually smell bad, but you can't quite tell. It's one of those, and it's kind of it's a little strong. Best described as just kind of, it's almost like that organ, like offal kind of smell of like cooked organs seems to come out of it. But so there's like iron kind of, that just like, oh, huh. So anyway, Balana, you crack that open. I imagine you eat what's in there. Probably sit there for a second, let it kind of cool off a little bit.
Just a little.
Just take that fish brain down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot more satisfying. Now, granted, it's cooked, which you think you'd have been better raw, but like, it's still pretty damn good.
Cool. And there's quite a few just lying around. Maybe I should pack them.
I'm gonna delete that one that you have eaten.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The druid guy watches that, and then he will speak Ulu, and he says, "I've noticed your teeth, but you are not cool." There is no Rakag spirit in you. You are not Kuru. Why do you have fangs? Why do your eyes glow?
Magic?
No. Not so simple as magic. He smiles. You are different. Changing. Strange child. And he looks over at where Sam is and points at one of the people that's like pulling the fur off of that reindeer, barks at them in Sylvan. And then Sam, one of the humanoids they kind of run to like the edge of the lake and they kind of like wave at you.
Thumbs up. I'm gonna go turn on my kitchen light real quick.
I was gonna say, why are you in a horror movie? Yeah. Like, what happened?
Because I don't have any lights on and it was daylight a minute ago.
Got dark quick, dang.
I clicked off and I clicked back over and it looks like he's like about to have a fucking creepypasta monster show up behind him.
Right.
And now we're being flashbanged.
Oh, so bright.
Lamia does mutter, like a thanks, the strange child part.
So yeah, Sam, you have one of the demi is like waving at you and like kind of beckoning.
All right. Well, I guess I got the one fish. I did unmute, right?
Yes, the
Okay.
one fish.
They do say something, but like it almost just sounds like they're kind of going like they're just kind of grunting and making noises. They're not really like speaking. But as you like start to approach, they like kind of motion towards like over to like the like where the fire is, where the rest of everyone is. And you can see the druid guys like waiting. As you drag your big ass fish over there.
Start. I don't know if it's proper manners, but cleaning it a little bit because I know there's organs you can eat out of a fish. So
yeah, all of them technically.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I know
they're not all good.
Obviously, don't eat certain things out of a puffer fish because but
clearly,
yeah. I'm gonna like take out the liver. I'm gonna reserve some of these things for Lamia because hey, whatever.
So you start gutting it, and he'll say, in
but I'm
so
listening.
you all understand. Says, this is, you're told these people have a problem, something you may be able to assist them with. All of you, this small hearth of yours. I am open to this, but I must first ask, what is your purpose in these woods, this frozen land that is normally bereft of your kind?
So we're here helping another group of people who want to like settle or at least make some kind of settlement in the area. And in doing that, we're also supposed to be investigating another area for a dear friend of ours.
Foolish.
Yeah, why not? His name's Shaluvi. Maybe you've heard of him.
You should not be here. He should not have sent you. Your people attempting to settle the lands which were not meant to be settled. They do not remember the pact. You do not remember. Someone should tell them.
You're right. They definitely don't remember any pact. Because I don't know what pact you're referring to.
I will explain.
Okay, great.
Many years ago, the land that is now Setsegia, with its cities and towns to the south, belonged to others, those who would have been my ancestors, those who are now called the Yaseru, and those who are called the Yavgavel, all settled this place. My ancestors are men like myself. Yaseru were like a hyena and man combined.
You met one of those.
They still live, I know. But the Yavgavel are driven further west into regions you no longer inhabit. Their kind was scaled, lizard-like,
tall and strong, but not meant to survive in the frigid cold. But after they were driven away with flame and fang, with weaponry and strange magics, there were still the spirits that resided here before that they had communed with, and there were still those older yet, the Fae. They agreed to leave you be as a whole, to leave your cities in place. After much turmoil and fighting, a ceasefire was struck. But it required that certain lands be left alone. To facilitate this place was made difficult to inhabit after many did not heed the warning and were punished. And yet, still you try. Success would void this pact. Should you make a town or city beyond the boundary of winter, those protections would disappear. The Unseelie and the Winter Courts would be free to hunt you again. But I suppose perhaps man's hubris has grown enough that they do not fear them, in which case you are welcome to deal with that. I would have thought your elders had taught you better.
Well, I mean, I'm not from here, so my elders didn't teach me anything about this. But we can certainly carry that message back to the settlers and let them decide. I mean, I'm going to advise them to probably turn about and go home. But, you know, it's not my call to make for them, but I will advise them strongly. That I can do.
You are
Sounds
welcome
like-
to. Go ahead.
Maybe the government also needs to be reminded on this to perhaps put some laws on people moving this way, because that sounds like a deal that could affect a lot of people that may not know.
Feels like we should probably talk to the White Rush about this.
Yeah. That seems more like we'll just give them another job to do.
I mean, it's certainly above our pay grade.
Yeah.
But
Because we don't want to be going around breaking, ancient truces and deals.
It would surprise me if they were not aware. People were set in place to remember these things and pass down these stories.
Maybe greed got the better of them. I hate that to be the answer.
it's certainly possible.
I know enough about manfolk to know that each is an island. If given enough space, rebellion is at your heart. Chaos is what makes you. It is difficult to maintain proper traditions for too long without a threat to keep it in place. My clan enjoys making good on these threats, but I myself have always been a storyteller, keeper of traditions, and peacemaker. It is why I am here and they are out there. You may recognize my mark if you have seen them.
Seen at least one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen another one a while back now.
You'll know them by the markings and by the owls that travel with them. If you have seen them already and you are still here, then they must want something from you. This Shaluvi sent you. Did you tell them?
We told that one individual, yes.
Then they likely want to see what he is after. They do not want him to have it. He is a traitor to our kind. Long ago, he brought the magic of the spirits to outsiders. Taught it to people who were never meant to know. He brought your civilization's tracks over our something sacred to us.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He chuckles. I do not blame him. What is a story if it is not shared?
There is a town quite far south up here called, I don't know if you know the names of these towns, but Hayethe. Do y'all have any objections with that town or any quarrels? Because there was an individual, I don't know of your specific mark, who did some things there that I had fought with before. Do you have any ongoing problems with them specifically?
Myself, no. And the others of my clan, not that I know of. But consider, the closer manfolk's chaos comes to us, the more it becomes a part of this nature. Each man is an island if given the freedom to be. So even members of our own sometimes reject our traditions. And they do not all want the peace that I would wish for. But we all have our roles to play. We are not here to strike judgment on them or on you. Merely to inform. I ask that you change as little as possible while you are here. You are free to question in your own hearts the ways of others. But if you choose to inflict your beliefs or morals on them, then a new problem will arise. These other people you see, they are a part of this nature, as it were. Many of them do not speak your tongue, or any tongue. One of them wandered too far, has no other home to return to. When he does that, he kind of indicates, he actually has a staff, he indicates the Vishkanya that was translating. They are ours now. If you can accept these terms, then I have a request of you and an offer of assistance.
Let me confer with my associates real fast. So I turn and I look at them and I go, just hands out. Yes, no,
Lamia does sigh and she's like, I'll admit that I'm not happy with this, but I also agree that, forcing one's way of onto other people isn't super good either.
I'm not super jazzed about it myself, but I'm also, Alina, not entirely convinced that if we say no, we just get to walk away normally.
I think that this land is already pretty dang hostile up here, and it'll probably be in everybody's best interest not to be here. Also, there's plenty of unsettled areas more south. I mean, I'm currently in my nice cabin in the woods, as nice and toasty as it is surrounded by wilds, pretty much.
Yep, but that's also within governmental jurisdiction. One of the reasons they wanted to come up here was to leave the stuff behind. But anyways, that's not the point. We're going to accept the terms. That was my question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll say yes. We'll do this favor for them, and then hopefully they can at least maybe help us with safe passage to the cradle, and we can get Shalubi's errands done as well, and we'll get those folks back south. All right? Everybody lives. Everybody likes it. Good. Okay, turn around. And I flatten out my shirt and go, yes, we'll accept your terms.
I'm sorry, but is there these people that you have here that are now part of your group? There's no hope for them going back to where they came from now?
There is a very small smile on his face. He says,
Many of them are from here. They are not the only ones. East of here are more like this, but superior. Sturdier built, larger, hardier, more intelligent.
Like, none of the Ved who are around seem to take offense to this.
Their camp is closer to one of your towns. Their stronghold closer to one of your cities. You can't see them for the... Oh, go ahead.
The ones that I was referring to are the the den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's over-explaining a bit, but yeah.
Okay. Just make sure.
But he says... yeah, you're good. He says...
you can't see them from here because of the poor visibility, but there are mountains further east past this lake. And in those large strongholds are many more like this. These were sent from there. For many generations, they have not come from where you are from. If you mean specifically the Vishkanya, who is from your home, they have given up that right in exchange for safety.
Let's see. All right. I hope that was a decision they made. And there's no ever going back on that decision. Like, we offered to escort them back.
They have a place here, a role to play.
Okay.
That Vishkanya actually does speak up, and it says, "Wise man, may I?" And he just kind of pauses, and the druid guy nods. Says, "What about Ishla?" And he indicates the woman. Says, she's not fit for here. What if they could take her to warmer climates? She's no use to us or the others, constantly getting sick like this. If they offered, and he kind of waves his hand. He says, "She will strengthen or she will perish." And the guy shuts up. The guy shuts up.
Y'all do trade, though, correct?
He seems to know what you're getting at, and he says, "We do. If you have something of value, we barter. Your
coin is of no use.
I'm one of... I'd hate to see somebody die out here. I mean, I know that...
Survival and the fittest and all that, but...
Yeah, survival is... grew up on a farm, and sometimes you just know a calf isn't going to make it through the winter. You just try your best. But being somebody who cares for living things, I would say I would do my best to make sure she lives.
Would you? Your best. You would do whatever it took to make this person live, other than obviously give up your own life.
You'll have reverence for magical items, yes.
He nods.
I'm gonna dig in my pack for the gloves of the ice spear. These are something I picked up a while ago after I had, I don't know if they belong to or are affiliated with the one of your kind that built his own island. I'm not sure I understand that analogy, but well, useless gloves.
Right.
I have used these a few times. They are been very useful to me. I think that would be a more than fair trade to try and help her out.
He looks down at them. We do not live in the mountains.
It's true. No need for climbing things or grabbing
That
things.
here would not benefit much from climbing. I'm afraid their weight would make that very difficult. Even if they could get to the top of a tree, it would likely not end well.
And, they want something at the top, they'll just pull it out of the ground and tip it upside down.
What is your name?
Well, I'm Samuel Goodbean, from the Goodbean house. I'll reach out my hand and be, I don't know if you shake hands up here, but I'm actually not
He
from.
will
I'm from a
slowly reach out
large.
and shake it.
Yeah, I start explaining my lineage.
He seems to sit there and listen, like he's got time. So you get to like go through this whole spiel about your whole thing.
Yeah.
And when you finish, he says, Samuel, I wish to know the depth of your metal. You seem a compassionate sort. You want to save that woman.
I want to save anybody I can that I am capable of saving.
It is the cold that ails her. And he will reach up and he kind of lifts up part of your cloak.
No.
Kind of nods
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can't have it. No,
He doesn't take it off of you.
so
He just kind of like does the thing where he lifts it and like nods towards it.
Oh.
Like, obviously, this would help her survive.
Listen, I'm a PC.
And
Bro,
you're
I
just
used
not. I'm sorry.
My cure moderate potion, the one that
I mean, I
cost
could
me
like
like
cast
300
cure wounds
something.
on her, you know, but like this has my stink on it now, and I kind of want to go.
Anyway, what does Sam actually do?
Sam is fully within his rights to say no. And
It is
you as a
true.
PC are fully in your right to say no. I'm not going to just try to force you to lose a powerful magic
no.
item.
100%, he would do that though to save somebody's life. Oh yeah. Sam would do worse to himself to try and save somebody. So yeah, I'll
Like, get caught on fire.
take it off. And
Yeah.
it was like, you wanna?
Cough, cough.
I don't know if she speaks what I speak, so
She does not.
By the way, as soon as you take it off, you're like, oh no! This is what everybody's been dealing with? Fuck!
Cheddar.
Yeah. Like, it takes like 24 hours to start, to be completely working, but yeah, it's cold as hell. But if you just walk over, the others will move out of the way, and you obviously know that she needs to wear it, so you move the other furs and stuff out of the way. She's clearly not even conscious.
Yeah,
she's.
I'll look at the Mishkania because he can understand me. I was like, "Will you help me?"
Yes. He'll go and kind of move the furs. Yeah. You get that around her, and then you put her back underneath it. She very quickly, you can see that she looks kind of pale. She even has white hair, but you can see that a lot of that paleness was literally just her being absolutely frozen. Even sitting next to this fire, and very quickly color starts to return to her cheeks and stuff, and she stops shivering. But she's still unconscious for now. Obviously she's sick. But she does stop shivering for the most part.
Oops. Sorry, hit the wrong button.
You go. The druid just kind of nods when you do that and come back over.
I will look to him. Is it alright if I cast something?
Yes, it's fine.
I'm gonna cast. I was depending on Cure Light Wounds or Dream Feast, and I think Dream Feast would help her recover a little bit better if she's full.
Probably.
In theory, yeah. Cure Light Wounds is more immediate, and also I don't want to use that in case we fight something later.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Dream Feast, level 1.
Boop, please. There it is. Hey,
hey
buddy.
I get
just
a snack
recovered.
later. Yeah.
So you do that, and she starts to warm up. And you can tell that, obviously that's gonna help.
Try and make sure she gets an hour's sleep.
She's still asleep. But yeah.
I know, but...
He says, okay. And then you can see the others are kind of just, confused. The other medium creatures and stuff around. They're like, that seemed like a very alien thing that you just did. But the druid man just kind of nods at you as you come back over. And he says... He just nods to it, and then he just kind of clears his throat and says... I will tell you of our request, then. Which we will get to after our break.
Break time.
Cool.
Break time. Great.
Break time. Break time. You will come back at... Let's come back at 9:20, just kind of round it out. So it'll be about 17 minutes, a little bit of a longer break. And we will see everyone then.
Mm-hmm. See you in a bit, guys.
Wonderful.
So that's just why I'm saying that cowgirls are the best in manga. No,
it's not at all what you're saying.
I mean, it's two different things.
What? No.
Also, there's two different definitions of cowgirl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about Cowboy Bebop. What are y'all talking about?
Anyway. Hello, everyone. We're back.
Space cowgirl. No, I don't.
Anyway,
it's
so
us.
the
back to center frame.
The
sucks.
The custodian of decay, as we don't know him as, is going to potentially tell us.
Yo, rot janitor, what's up?
Oh, God.
There.
That sounds like a guy who's under a Nurgle.
Rot janitor sounds like a 80s punk band. Early 90s punk band, actually.
Then potentially tell us what we need to do.
Yeah, the request. As we left off. And he says, the trouble the people here are having is related to a creature called a hag. This is an old
crones which form covens. What are you crying for? Molly's freaking out over there.
No.
They form covens practicing old dark magics. Often they are a source of wisdom for these people and can offer assistance in matters which someone like myself cannot, or that one of the masters will not. It is not forbidden for these people to go to them for assistance, but it is frowned upon. One of them has taken to kidnapping some of the young, and when they are returned, they often have strange powers, strange visions, and eventually, when they come of age, they always leave. And if we try to restrain them, they harm themselves in an effort to escape.
Young Ved or young?
Either. There's an issue. It is difficult to replenish a population in these parts, especially on these outskirts. So this can become very dangerous very quickly. It is not often we have members who have the freedom to leave do so. And it is not often that those who are subservient are willing to die to try. Her coven has shunned her, has said that it is all right to do with her as we will. I am no protector nor a hunter. As I said, my charge is peace, information. I will not hunt her, and those who have attempted to do so have not been successful. And the Masters in the Mountains want us to solve our own problem.
Do we know this hag's name?
Do not.
So the favor is find a way to take care of what she's been doing.
The favor is to kill her.
Oh, just straight out, just kill her. Awesome. Cool.
Okay.
Unless you have more creative means, it is unlikely that there are other ways. And I would not advise striking a deal with her. We know her lair is north of the lake. If you follow it, you should be able to find her.
Are there others of her coven there?
There were.
He said that they were shunned.
There were, but they have abandoned her and moved on. It is unfortunate for some. Those who wished to seek them for guidance or for power no longer can without passing this shunned one's territory.
Now I'm picturing an old woman with, long, scraggly fingers. Is that an apt description?
Unfortunately, she can appear different. She can alter her image, and often will. She'll present herself in a form much more beautiful and comely to the eye, but may also appear as a beast of the wild, or a nightmarish creature capable of cowing one into submission.
Well,
Okay.
it sounds like we have our hands full ahead of us.
Oh, could be anything once we get in that area, person or animal. Um,
Any, like I've never had to deal with a hag before. Anything, advice specifically you could give us and how to determine what is or isn't a hag?
Oh, I made a mistake. She cannot turn into animals.
okay. So just
Alright.
other
That's one
people.
thing off the list.
Yes.
Okay.
She will take the form of a person. None of ours should be out there. So you may assume any in your journey north of the lake after this evening are not of our kind.
Okay.
We don't have to kill her with like any specific weapon or anything, do we?
Good question.
If your weaponry is not bereft with enchantments, she will be more difficult to harm. And the cold will not affect her. She wields it easily, and the snow provides no shield from her sight. The ice that will surround her lair is not slippery beneath her feet, though you may have trouble crossing it. The cold is her ally, and when you make it clear you are her enemy, she can even bring about a blizzard, a storm upon the area, which will make reaching her even more difficult.
Oh, goody.
She is adept at illusions and at communicating from afar. She can send the winds with messages to your ears, warnings or threats.
Okay. Well, illusion magic is a bit of a specialty of mine, so hopefully that helps me, at least.
Yeah.
Will you need any proof of success if we manage to kill her?
Yeah. She used like a staff or
We,
something.
no, I won't take this kind of negative thinking.
The staff they wield are made of ice and will not last long enough. Bring her head.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There's not going to be like some like, oh, you're cursed. No, if you kill a hag, you get cursed for 100 years or something, right?
We have yet to kill one.
We'll find out, I guess.
It's an experiment. It's fun. I think they can curse you anyways while they're alive, Sam. I'm not sure, but that's like one of the only things I know about them is they can do curses and stuff.
While the winter is her ally, she does fear the flame, from what we have seen. The others do not allow them near their domain.
All right. I can work with that, at least a little bit.
Well, fireworks.
Yeah.
He nods.
I got some arrows that, that can try to set her aflame. Her abode, is that made of wood or is it ice as well? You just live in ice?
It will be ice.
Yeah, well, you could
Sam may get to see an igloo after all.
It's like a gingerbread house but made out of ice. Like, oh, okay, that's not what I pictured, but all right.
She did have a wolf which accompanied her, but I am told you have dealt with him.
Oh, that was her wolf.
Oh, so the
She probably doesn't
baby
like
will
us.
definitely know who we are immediately.
Well, if the baby's there, or it's kin, I would hate to say baby. I don't think it was a baby, but
This smaller one.
Yeah.
It was a smaller one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a baby, but it
Yeah.
was smaller.
there's no guarantee that the younger org is there though either.
I would presume that it would return to her at some point. Assuming it knew of her.
Yes. Well,
Thanks to her being excised from her coven, that would be her only companion, unless she has made others to serve her in the time since she was last encountered.
is she? You said excised. Is she physically capable?
All hags are. These will fight with the staff of ice, capable of freezing down to the bone and inflicting frostbite at a touch.
I like to keep all my digits, so. All right.
But she also has claws, even if she is disarmed of the staff. However, she will not be able to send a frigid cone of absolute cold at you if you were to take the staff from her somehow.
All right.
Aside from her breath.
Oh, I'm loving this loving this more second by second, guys. But
I believe in you. If anybody can beat up an old woman, it's you.
Oh man.
if I can trip her, then we might be able to get that staff away from her.
I can definitely
Well,
shoot some fire at her to make her a little bit more wary while you move in.
yeah, I've got fireworks and I can do the stompy thing to try and trip. Speaking of.
Once you get up on her, I can rush in to try and help too. But if that wolf's there, I might have to try and get its attention and try and deal with it. In her home, is there vegetation present, or is it barren?
He shakes his head. All ice.
I think I'd be scared of any vegetation that would survive an all ice area.
I mean,
Winter yew. Winter
Winter
yew is
yew.
a tree that'll survive here. Most of what is here is that. He kind of motions to some of the different conifer trees around. That you notice, like, they seem to have been growing just perfectly fine, even though it's, like, bullshit temperatures out here.
yeah.
Which, for Sam, obviously, is just like, oh, they're magic. Okay, that makes sense.
Do they give a sap? Can you get like a syrup out of them?
They do produce sap, and their bark is actually edible. The cones that come from them produce edible seeds as well, though they are not very good for kindling.
Sap's not very, not like a pine sap's not very good for flames either.
The sap is.
Yeah. Okay. Don't have any of that handy, do you?
This is not on my person, but if it will help in the quest, then I can produce some.
Well,
Yeah, the sun metal only lasts one attack.
yeah. Also, if I just drench her in it, we can catch her on fire. But yeah. It's always an option. I don't know. I think that's a good plan to try and do. And working with as somebody who's accidentally exploded other people in this group in a different campaign by throwing an incendiary device at something that was on fire, I just want to check.
It's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
Good plan? No? Yes? Maybe? I guess it can't hurt to bring it along.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we can use it to start a fire if we're freezing to death. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So one thing you're gonna run into is because it's cold, that stuff's gonna be pretty solid.
Yeah.
The sap will.
The sap?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have to it would be something you would need to prepare. You would need to warm it up, coat your weapon in it, and that kind of thing, and then you could set it. You could light it on fire later. But if you're trying to do it in the midst of battle, you're gonna have a hunk of hardened, like a crystal of maple syrup you're trying to rub on your sword.
I gotta season my sword real quick. Hold on.
So
Sam's over there licking it. Smell caught him out, and nobody can notice.
It's we see you. Anyway,
no, I'm hiding.
but yeah, he'll get you. We'll say 3 doses of that.
Okay. A dose would be used to coat a weapon.
Yeah, we'll say it's the same rules as like a magic oil or something. So
Okay.
1 melee weapon or 10 ammunition.
Okay. I still have plenty of those fire ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think I still have that notepad open.
So
Ooh, I only have 7 of them left over. But yeah.
oh, come on, there it goes.
No, I thank you very much for producing these.
Yeah, thank you.
He says, do you need to stay here for the night and head out in the morning, or will you be heading out immediately?
Well, I think it's probably wise for us to wait till morning.
I'll say I could prep a little bit better. Create a Mr. Guyan.
And also, starting our traveling where it's going to get dark quickly means we're going to have less distance that we're able to effectively go anyways. We're going to be colder for longer. It just makes sense to effectively get our stuff all figured out, make sure we've all got our correct things, we're well rested.
Plus, I can catch more fish.
Sure, you can.
It's cold out there now. I don't know that. I mean, but yeah. I was over here next to the fire when I took off my coat.
Right.
I'm gonna go out there and be like, no.
All right.
So, I'm gonna look at my stuff to see what I want to take.
Cool. So you guys are gonna stay the night.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay. So, any RP or anything between you all that you want to have?
So the inside. Sorry.
Would you like Dream Feast again for the night?
I was actually gonna eat the inside of these skulls here, because that was actually really tasty.
I did catch a whole fish.
Oh,
I set the liver out and put it aside for you.
I'll eat all those, definitely.
All right, so you can have the liver. The heart's pretty good, I think. I haven't had fish heart.
I'd like regular parts of the fish, please.
Yeah, you'll get a fillet. I'm gonna have the cuffs. I was looking up stuff.
The collar?
Fish. Collar, yeah.
The cuffs?
Cuffs. Oh.
Lamia will actually
part of
eat
a shirt.
those, raw.
Yeah.
I can do some like sashimi.
Yeah, essentially.
You can. You literally just raw
It
fish.
could have had roe in it. I don't know, but yeah, there are a bunch of the fish you can eat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a big enough fish that it like easily feeds all of you, easily. Like 7 pounds is a ton. Like that's a lot of fucking food off one fish. But yeah, so that's the thing you'll notice is like, especially you'll look over occasionally and see that other guy like will pull out some more. He'll catch a few other fish and then he switches off. Somebody else goes over and fishes. Just all the fish in there are fucking big. You assume it has to do with, like, they must be somewhat like resistant to how fucking crazy cold it gets or whatever, and they just don't have a ton of additional predators in there, and there's not a bunch of people catching them. So they probably just have a shitload to eat and have just gotten big as hell. But there's that. Sorry, any other RP or anything else? I think you were going to say something, Molly, earlier.
I was, I think it's gone. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, no, I remembered. So Lamia will like not like punch Sam, but like give him like a tap on his shoulder and is like, "Hey." That was really good of you, Sam. This is gonna be kind of awkward, but
I've caught fish before.
And she wraps you in a hug.
Come right.
A hug is a type of snake. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. Of course.
That was really good of you, Sam.
I mean, I'm a pretty good shot when it's a fish in water. Still not picking up what you're putting in.
I'm not talking about the fish, Sam. I'm talking about the lady. He said her name. Let me. Was.
Did they say her name? I just knew she was
Alicia. Elsha.
Ishla. Here.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah. I.
Did you spell it with an E?
Yes.
Ugh.
Eshla. Yeah, Terran Alien. Yeah, pretty sure you're right. And I think Panda is playing dumb. Sam just doesn't get it.
Yeah. I'm doing it because it's funny.
She may never even really know who you are, but it's still a really good thing to do, Sam. That's the kind of stuff that makes a hero.
I don't like anybody dying from the elements or dying needlessly, you know? But yes. Sorry, I'm looking up spells as well because I'm like, oh yeah, you know what?
Oh yeah, you're just getting ideas and such like that.
Well, because I never added pass without a trace to my spell list. Probably should have that. So
is helpful.
Yeah.
You
said sun metal. That's another thing that I never added because we had like potions of it and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, sun metal.
Let's see, anything otherwise?
No, that's
roleplay wise. I think Lamia is done. She just wanted to share her appreciation and admiration towards Sam's action.
Mm-hmm. Also, I know like maybe the Ved here aren't like, it's not the right word, super civilized, but any kind of rapport that I can make with them in the future, for the future, will be a good thing. Even if it's saving one of their people they keep. I don't like saying it like that. That's a weird way to say that. Servants?
Yes.
We've already acknowledged
Servants.
Yeah.
We don't like that part of them.
But yeah.
There's also not much we can do about it at the moment.
What? Sorry, I did not hear you.
I said there's not much we can do about it. We can
okay.
not like it all we want, but we can't really affect it at the moment.
Yeah.
Start to hear some snoring from some of the tents, some of the Ved going to sleep. They obviously post watches and that kind of stuff as well.
Sound like rolling thunder.
It's very loud.
Uh-oh.
They are large creatures with huge creature heads, basically.
Well, do we still want to do our watch order, or do we let them take care of it?
It's better safe than sorry. I mean, I told you guys that I saw that one dude with like a bear and like a weird mask on.
We probably should have asked that guy about that. Panda forgot completely about that.
Lamia didn't, but she didn't really want to bring it up either.
Now you've spoken of it, it's
It's
you
in
might
the
have
air.
called it to you.
I agree we should do our normal watch. I'll take my first like I do. The last like I do. I'm going to struggle to go to sleep with all the snoring, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, brings a whole new meaning to sawing logs.
I'm so tempted to cast deafness on myself, but then you guys might be able to wake me up easily.
Just throw you out of your tent.
Just smack me or something to wake me up.
Okay, so you guys are chatting. Eventually, that Vishkanya servant will come over, and they don't like come sit next to you, buddy. They stay like 5 feet away, Sam, and they kind of kneel. And they say, "Thank you, sir, for helping Ishla. You didn't have to do that. I haven't been home for a long time, since I was a child, but what's it like? Is it still there?"
Well, where is your home? Do you know the name of it?
No. I know it was a city, and there was a big port with a lot of water. There were boats, and it couldn't have been too far. My family didn't move that far. Which, is probably Saigon if it's a port city.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard any port towns going under recently, so I will state that it's probably Saigon.
Rainy as usual.
Yeah, rains a bunch. Boat prices are high.
Boat prices are high.
That's something you do know.
Yeah?
I remember the rain.
Yes. It is kind of nice. That's one of the weird, nice things being up here is it's all snow and not water.
It's still water.
It's water, but different form.
A lot colder water.
Yeah.
And slower.
Do you remember your family name? I mean, you say you're a child. I don't know.
He kind of frowns and says,
Yeah,
her hearth was, Bortalo? There's none of us left except me now, I think, though.
You never know. There could be extended family. Like me, I have very extended family. Bortalo.
That was my hearth. I don't remember my family name.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's okay. I'm here, but Ishla, I think, deserves a chance. She was born out here, too. Like a lot of the others, but she learned how to speak. And I tried to teach her some letters, but I only know some. She's smart.
Well, you know the language that these Ved speak, correct?
Yeah, I figured it out over time. The wise man showed me some. He said it would be good to have in case outsiders came.
What about the masters? Do you know any of their language? Like maybe, and I'll say a couple of things that I do know in Druidic. Druidic.
No, it's forbidden.
Oh, oops. Maybe I forgot I said that.
And
I mean, I don't know if saying toast is against the law, but like...
that sounds like the language of the elders, not the masters.
Oh, were they... I thought they were the same. Are they not?
No, the elders are like the wise man, but crueler. The masters are like the Ved, but taller, more beautiful.
When you say more beautiful...
Than the Ved.
Yeah,
That's where I'm hung up.
I mean, I guess in a rugged way. The Ved could be handsome. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay. I can kind of get it.
No,
not my type. The feet are not in proportion. But
how the Ved are big, but they are not tall. They are tall. I see. They're hunched.
So these masters are more upright. Are they also very large, like the Ved?
Mm-hmm. They are, but they stand tall, and they're proud. They're more like us. How
okay.
The Ved are like us, but they're different. They're very exaggerated.
See.
Yeah. The masters are not as so, but they're muscular. And their skin is bluish, and their eyes glow.
Do I know what he's talking about?
Not really. You assume he's talking about giants of some kind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like ice giants, or whatever. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I can put, giants that are blue. Ice giant. There you go. Or water giant, but I don't like. They're two blue things.
Yeah, there's a lot of variations of giants. There's a lot. And as far as Sam knows, there shouldn't be any out. Like, you didn't know giants existed out here. You thought that was the Launchian thing in the mountains.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sound like giants to me. From where I'm from. They also keep to the mountains. I guess that would make sense. I notice you hunker down a lot and y'all hang your heads. Are you not permitted to talk amongst yourselves or anything like that?
We are permitted to speak openly under supervision. The wise man said your supervision counts.
My supervision or our supervision? Because
yours. You're the head of your hearth, are you not?
Sure.
Mommy will elbow Sam a little.
No,
Meanwhile, Eli's just like sitting back, like, "Oh, cool, I'm not the boss. Now it's your turn."
I did all of the negotiating,
Yeah.
I'm
the
the
nature.
Take that from you. It's fine.
I'm the nature magic one. You're the other magic one. No. All right. Well.
If you do want to take it from him, you can. You can probably be like, "No, it's me, dude."
Look, I mean,
No.
out here I am in charge, but when we're dealing more
in the city and stuff, that would be Eli over there, who more runs things.
Oh.
When
I
I'm
didn't-
around
not being
nature,
in charge.
I didn't know that it could work that way. Okay.
well, we all have our strengths, and when one's strengths are what's needed, that person would be the best to make a decision.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. You notice he's still staying kind of hunched. He's basically keeping his head below yours.
I kind of try and stand up taller so he doesn't have to. Is this a subservient thing that you have to do?
Is what a subservient thing?
You're stand up straight, boy.
Bam!
He immediately straightens up.
Like, come on, man. Sorry. that's
Like
my
he hears
grandfather
back,
talking.
like hears back pop. It's like,
Hey, first of all,
Sorry.
I don't see you as lesser at all. You're just a person to me.
oh, I just didn't know I did anything wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. All right.
He's like slowly drifting to put his eye line lower than yours. You can tell it's just like literally an automatic response.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
as soon as he settles down, that's just the posture he adopts.
I can't fix this immediately. But, I forgot what we're talking about. Sorry. Start talking about the master's language. So does sorry, I already forgot her name, but I wrote it down.
Oh, Ishla. Ishla.
Ishla. So Ishla doesn't speak. Does she speak Sylvian? Or
Sylvan.
I don't think. I don't think I've heard it called that yet. Or have I? I don't know.
No, but if you, he says, oh, the Sylvan tongue. This is the tongue of the Fae, of the spirits. No, she does not speak that, or she hasn't. I think all of us know it, but
At least when you get hollered at enough, you tend to learn what it means.
but she can speak Ulu like I do.
Oh, okay.
Not as much, and she can't read it well, and she can only write her name. But that's because I didn't finish learning either.
You're getting at something. Sorry, I went off on a tangent about giants. You're concerned for her?
Yes. I joined because it wasn't safe. My family died. And it was cold. And they brought me in. It was an easy choice. I could die or I could serve. And truthfully, the service is not so terrible. It is forbidden, in this clan at least, to eat the servants.
I was legitimately, I was gonna say, well, it's not like they eat you.
Or at least,
But now knowing that some clans do, so I'll say that went through Sam's head, and he's like, okay. I gotta learn like the markings of this clan, so the other ones are kill on sight because out loud.
He says,
Hear that, Lamia? Eating people's wrong. No.
stomach growls.
Unless
It's
they give you permission.
for her. She did not have the choice. She was born into this, like many were, and many don't want to leave. But I think Ishla does. As he says that, like one of the other Ved kind of sits forward, is like glaring at him, and he like sinks way down. You could hear Sylvan being spoken for a moment, and then the Ved looks at you, Sam.
You feel me? I don't know. Secret.
He's asking if you give permission. If you give permission.
For
Says-
him
You
to
talk to me?
Yeah,
He's
I'm
nodding.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I look at him and I give a thumbs up and I kind of put a hand on him and pat him on the back a couple times.
He like kind of like jerks, even though you're not hitting him hard. It's just like he's obviously a little frail. Like he's like wiry. He's not frail, I shouldn't say.
No.
But the vet has got like one eye sort of closed. You can tell he was like nodding off over there for a little while. Just
no tricks,
he says in Ulu.
I give a thumbs up.
He puts the club in his lap and he like proceeds to nod off again in his seat. He heard me say that she wants to leave. We're allowed to want to leave, but we're not supposed to talk about it. And she will never say. She would never say it, but she's curious.
We could use a word that doesn't sound like vacation. They probably don't know that one.
Okay.
You may not know that one. Vacation is where you go somewhere to spend
time,
hard
to
concept.
relax,
To relax somewhere else.
Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Learn things.
Yeah.
like the springs.
Yes, something like that. I'm assuming hot springs. The warm springs, at least.
My parents used to go to them. I never got to go, but
yes. We can use that because they may not recognize that word, and if you're not supposed to talk about it, it's a little better. So she's thought of a vacation.
Mm-hmm. I can tell. She likes stories and asks about things outside of here that I don't remember, and he speaks quieter and says, I've had to make a lot of stuff up. I don't want to run out of stories.
Well, it's good that you're a good storyteller. That's a good thing to learn. A good thing to do. Would they even permit her to leave, though?
I don't know. This wise man, I would not call him kind, but he shows kindness. Does that make sense? Is that...
He is by far the kindest of his kind that I have encountered.
That's not saying much, unfortunately.
He at least can be reasoned to and sees reason.
Yes, and he's willing to teach those who wish to learn things, as long as they don't become a burden.
Yes.
I learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he taught me the Sylvan tongue, and he's taught me numbers, and how to read the stars. But not everyone here is curious. Most are tired or scared or both. And enough is just enough. People who are ambitious or curious are sometimes seen as dangerous. For me, it's been okay because they think that one day I may be a wise man if I survive.
And I think you would do a good job at that, based on what I've seen.
Ishla is too weak. I don't mean this as an insult. She is too weak. She was born improper. Two people who were too close in blood.
Okay. No.
And her heart is weak.
That makes sense. When you have a group of people living in a mountain, I guess, you don't get very many outsiders.
And
I can go on a whole tangent about the good beans, having to do extensive research to make sure.
I don't want to say she's cute yet. We got a lot of blood work to do, and one of them got a whole 23 and me coming back, and
Just got to make sure real quick.
yeah.
that's all right for us to go to the town hall to go dance. But
Right.
it's a legitimate. That's almost a story that I could tell, but
Right.
not me, but a friend of mine that is like.
Um,
Turned out she's my third cousin, and I was like, cool, okay. Good thing your mom told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
well, it'd be great if she could eventually say that she'd want to leave, and if we could take her with us, that'd be great too. But we did tell the elder, I guess, that we wouldn't mess with your guys' way of life. And unfortunately, from what I see around here, if she survives, she would be a key part of it.
He kind of looks down. Good.
We could always argue that if she was born weak, that she may not make it very far in life, and
So her children would not
yeah,
be able
if
to
she-
make it far in life.
yeah.
Potentially, yeah. I could see that being a sound argument.
That is why she is not treated as a woman.
I see. They did say
Women are
something
treated
about
more reverently.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
send 'em
I guess.
out here in the wilds, I'm assuming.
There are two kinds of masters, the close and the far. The close are not in the mountains, but near them. And their greatest warriors are their women.
Mm-hmm.
And the far masters are equals. But even still, the women are their rulers.
Oh, that's
At least in the cities. In the cities, they are the rulers. And on the hunt
Patriarchal.
and in the wild, the Jarls rule.
the lunch is ruled by royalty, correct?
Yes, it is.
Is it a patriarchal society or is it
It is.
patriarchal? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to say, oh, okay. Well, that's a little different from. I mean, it's not my grandma ruled our house pretty well. At least the farm.
That sounds nice.
So, if she's not treated as a woman, then I guess, for lack of better subtlety, what is she supposed to be to this hearth?
A worker.
A worker, okay. But if she's sick all the time, then
I'm not going to be doing a great job at that.
His voice actually kind of cracks a little. Says, would eventually, when she's healthy, will probably be traded to another clan.
Maybe if everything goes good with this hag business when we get back,
He
I can
nods.
talk your wise man into some kind of deal.
you already talked about potential trading anyway, so
I think you could. He's
That was with these gloves. I mean, they're not. They don't climb stuff here. So
yeah. We don't climb much. Sometimes we do, but we're good climbers when we need to. But you gave your cloak. You I think passed the test he gave you. There are many virtues. Yeah, there's many virtues
Also
a
being
person
nice.
can be responsible for. Yes, some are responsible for their tenacity, and then some are responsible for honor, and there's other things, but compassion is one of them, and it's a very difficult thing to embody in the harshness of the wilds. It's a thing that you take where you can get. but it is also a. You can tell he's like trying to remember, like he's been taught this. It is an adhesive. It is a sap that when you put two things together, it takes compassion for them to stay, or it takes fear, but fear is easily dissolved. I don't remember all of the analogies, but you were tested for compassion, and I believe you passed. And
okay,
this wise man, he sees your kind, even though you are an invasive species. You are also still nature. You just have your own territory. I think because you can show, you can show that you're still a part of these things. You're not untamed, and you're not strong like they are, but you are strong in a different way. That maybe she is one of you and not one of us.
Panda talking. I have a whole thing worked out now. I got an argument going in my head. Yeah. I'm not gonna probably get it tonight, but I'll have to write it down.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
promise you this: that I'll do what I can. Hopefully,
hell,
if he needs a little bit extra push, we can get a bargaining chip from this hag.
that's literally what I was gonna say. Maybe we'll find something else at the hag's hideout if we survive.
Best case scenario, another ward pelt. Or worst case, yeah. They seem to like those. I feel like I need to have a bit longer chat with your wise man when we get back as well. Just about nature in general.
Maybe. He is knowledgeable. He knows many things. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you for approaching.
Mm.
It takes
Everyone-
bravery to actively talk to somebody.
It's true.
When we get back from a hag, if I'm in a fit state, I'll tell you some stories from my homeland as well. That way you have more stories to share with others if they would like to hear them.
Stories are good. That's how we learn. Like the story of the moon bear, or the cold springs turned hot, or I wasn't supposed to know the story of the Star Maiden, but the wise man told me anyway. But it's dark, so I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, you got work in the morning, right?
Hold on, no. You got a minute to tell us the Star Maiden story? I don't know how long it is. If it's short,
he actually like blushes. He says, I'm not really supposed to know that one.
okay. Fair enough.
Allow me to cover your ears. Tell us the story.
Oh, okay.
There's for the boys.
I can't hear anything. Everything's fine.
I mean, unless you want to hear it, that's fine too. No, you need to get some sleep. I know what it's like having to get up early. And the rooster crows. Y'all don't got roosters though.
No, they just yell.
Mhm.
And they yell very loud.
Yeah, they got mouths for that. They snore loud too.
You get used to it. He gets up and scuttles back over into one of the tents.
Drops the crab one. No. Yes. Right.
All right, shall we start watches?
Yeah,
Or did you have a
that's
little bit of
good-
role play?
Yeah,
Do y'all think that's a
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them now that he's left because I didn't want to let him down talking about him in front of us. Do y'all think that's a good idea to try and bring her with us back? Because we got extra places to go if we do meet back up the.
So we've got to go to the cradle before we do
Trailblazers.
anything. So if we're going to get her, we're going to have to do it on the way back from there. Because we can't take her there, not in the current condition. There's no way. And also, I wouldn't want to risk anybody else besides us anyways. We have no idea what we're going to find there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if we can come back and take her, or not take her, taker's the wrong wording. But if we can come back and get her, I would definitely prefer that.
Y'all don't think she'd be... We still got to report back to the Trailblazers, right? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. As we deal with the hag, come back here. From here, do you think we're just going to go to the cradle? Or do we need to check back in with the Trailblazers first?
I mean, it all depends, I guess. I would like to try and get to the cradle as soon as possible and then hit the settlement on our way out and be like, all right, let's go. They asked you to leave. There's an old ancient agreement thing, whatever, get out.
You need to tell every government.
Yeah.
You still...
But,
sorry.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, definitely want to leave. We'll try and get her. But yeah. You got first watch. I don't know if that spell works. No, look at it again. Even though I've cast it multiple times. It's not that. This one.
Is it still super snowy, Patrick, in that I cannot see the night sky?
It is... Oh, let me check my weather generator real quick.
Eli, would you like a drink feast? You'll be going to sleep in a little bit.
Sure.
Within 8 hours. All right. Let's see if I can do it 3 times a day. Nope. Okay, you get it. I got fish I can eat in the morning.
Okay. No, it is a clear sky.
Oh, cool. Then
It's
that means I'm
snowing, but But yeah, you've got some moonlight up above you.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That means I'm only sleeping for 2 hours.
Nice. What does Eli have in his dream? What feast does Eli get?
That's a great question.
Yeah, you haven't done it yet.
It's the most not what you would think of as a feast kind of feast, but it's the stuff you could get as a kid when you weren't allowed to have food. So it was sneak into the kitchen, eat pastries and stuff kind of thing, level of feast. Adult Eli, but still wearing kids' night clothes and sneaking into the old kitchen in the place he lived and eating stuff he's definitely not supposed to.
Nice.
Pretty good.
That's also probably the first time you've had good Tertian food in years.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it was in your fucking dream, thanks to a spell.
Yep. Take what you can get sometimes.
Right. Cool. So yeah, there's a lot of people out on watch and that kind of stuff. We don't have to roll for an event this time. Is it anything anybody else does before they actually go to sleep, that kind of thing, or we skipping forward to the morning? We get there.
Yeah, we can skip.
What was that?
Yeah,
Cool.
I think we're good to skip.
Okay, cool. Okay. So morning does roll around. Eli's up first because he's on that last watch. You can see that the Ved do get up pretty early. Eli, you even see that wee hours of the morning and stuff. They were you see some of them coming back out of the woods and whatnot with small game and bundles of nuts and roots and just bundles of what appears to be bark. Which you remember that the wise man did say that apparently the bark of the winter yew is edible. But obviously they don't strip one a whole tree at a time. That'd be bad.
Yeah.
But good.
Question for Molly, real quick. Molly, what's the threat range of your weapon?
It's not that high. I'm pretty sure it's a 19 or a 20. Let me double check. No, it's 20. Just plain 20.
Okay. All right. I use this for myself then.
Yeah, I have to get the critical stuff, but we haven't reached high enough level yet.
Looking at my level 2 spells, I was like, what does Badger's Ferocity do? Lowers the crit threat of your weapon, as long as it's slashing or piercing. So literally just
yeah, that
for
makes
me
sense.
or her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Eli has a knife, but
I do. I have a cool spring-loaded knife.
All right.
I don't think that's what you're going to be using, though. So.
No, that is only what I use when I need to sneak a weapon in somewhere or I get cornered and it's the only thing I have. It's concealed in like my pickpocket's pocket on my in my clothes.
Switchblade.
And it goes snap real quick.
Oh, is the temporary damage we got from the earlier, the non-lethal gone?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely
Just need to make sure that that's out. Because we're going to go into the thing where it is going to get more of that damage.
I got to worry about it too.
Yep.
Yeah, you do. So we are awake.
You are indeed awake. You see some people coming back with food and other things. Excuse me. The wise man brings you a thing. Give me 1 second. I can't find in my notes where the hell it is.
While I'm eating a fillet of walleye. Smoked.
Yeah.
No, or cooked or whatever.
You could have easily smoked it.
Yeah.
You had a whole night to do so.
I'm just going to be praying to Mr. Guy.
Frozen fish guts.
Yeah.
Nom nom nom.
So please, look after Sherlock while I'm doing this. I hope he's doing all right.
I bet he's being cuddled with like one of the ladies back there.
Oh yeah,
And
he's a
she's
hand
keeping
warmer.
him all nice and yeah.
He got his hand, like her hands up in his like beneath his wings, just like, oh,
Did his little
Calm
hand
down.
warmer.
Yeah.
Which he probably hates when their hands are cold. He's like, ah.
Right. Okay. Let me see.
He's gonna be. They're gonna be feeding him snacks. He's gonna be like 3 pounds heavier when we get back.
The wise man will come by and deliver. He actually goes to you, Eli, since he knows you're the boss of the group.
me.
And he presents you with this this little like set of like bones, like small, like tiny bones and like teeth on this just like little leather strap. And at the very end of it appears to be some it's like odd circular construction made out of like warped, probably bird bones. Looks fairly fragile. They all appear to have been scorched at various ends, but like it seems to hold together. At the center of the little circle is some kind of preserved, like dark, like blackened looking piece of flesh. I'm not really sure what it is. But he tells you that this will help you find the hag. This will help you locate the creature. I crafted it out of one of the nails we found in the corpse of one of the people who last went after her. It will pull slightly, turn and try to turn you to face her direction while you wear it. It will only last for 3 days, so try not to take too long.
Barely nodded.
He says he like, speaks, which I'm pretty sure is a command word, and you can kind of feel it like tug slightly, and obviously pulls like north Yeah, it pulls like pretty much directly northeast.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so I feel that tug, and I'm like, all right, well then, we've got our heading, we've got all our supplies, we're well rested. Sam?
Lead the way, good sir.
Could be.
And he actually hands you one other thing.
Okay.
Hands you this like small, looks like a dried gourd. There appears to be like a piece of maybe like something stomach or something watertight that's been like tied to like the end of it to keep it sealed. He says, This oil will protect one of you from cold for a time. You'll need to cover yourself in it.
Okay.
He kind of explains it. Basically, it will act as a potion of resist energy, or really it's more of an oil of resist energy, but it's not, you don't get to drink it. It'll act as a potion of resist energy for cold. That will last for... It will actually last for 2 hours.
Cool.
So, man, you like put it in your mouth, swish it around, and you can just eat all the ice cream you want without worrying about brain freeze.
I suppose that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the first thing I thought of when you were like, oh yeah, you don't drink it though. I'm like, but if you do, your insides will resist cold.
It's like, if I drink the calamine lotion, then I can eat all the poison ivy I want. No,
That's what you do. That's what
I don't
you
even want to think about that.
I definitely ate.
Wouldn't it?
I
it
definitely
be...
drank the fucking chickenpox medicine once when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just drank it because my mom was like getting it ready, and I was a fucking kid, right? So she had it like sitting out, and she had it like all poured out, and like she turned to do something else, and I was like, I'm a big kid, I can take my medicine all by myself, so I fucking just drank it.
No.
And it was gross, but I just took it down, and then she came back around. She's like, "What happened? Where? Didn't I pour this already?" And I was like, "I drank it all by myself." And she was like, "Well, you weren't supposed to drink that, so now you're gonna die." And so I freaked out. And then she was like, "I'm just kidding. You're fine, but like, please don't do that again." Because she had to like make sure it wasn't toxic.
But you are an
Like-
idiot.
Hold on. Yep.
Yeah.
Induce vomiting? No? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, so I definitely did that. It was also pink, so my brain, I was like, it's like Pepto. It was not. So,
It was not.
anyway, yeah, so you guys get that. It will last for 2 hours, which is nice. Yeah, normally it does not last that long, but
I don't know if this is a rhetorical question about what's brain freeze, but brain freeze is if you eat or drink something too quickly, it like cools. I'm assuming your blood vessels down that are running to.
Yeah, it's like the capillaries in your
Yeah.
brain go.
Yeah, or
Wait,
like
what?
sinuses, I think, is actually what it is. But so it super chills that as it's going up, and just causes like migraine for like
super
10 seconds,
intense
maybe.
headache.
Yeah, super intense headache very quickly. It goes away pretty quickly too if you drink something warm after that, because it does the same thing. It warms it back up. But
You can also get back freezes, which occur in your spine instead of in your brain.
Really?
And it's usually about midway down, and it's the same thing, but it's a different effect. It's just that part of your spine is what's the nerve cluster that's
The
responsible
nerve cluster,
for
yeah.
dealing with that. So you get that pain in the right up here, like below your shoulder blades, basically, and that sucks.
Yep, it
a
will
lot.
knock the wind out of you. It's one of those pains.
If you want to alleviate brain freeze, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth because it'll heat
Yeah,
up
your tongue
the
is warm.
place that's cold.
Mhm.
So yeah.
That's
You did
didn't know
wild.
that.
fun facts about weird stuff with your body.
Yeah.
Drink a Slurpee too quickly and just
It's always a fucking Slurpee.
Yep.
Those damn dangerous bastards. Anyway, so you guys have How do we get on that? What happened?
And
sorry, I was reading.
Where am I?
He gave us an item.
Where am I?
Yes,
the
okay.
oil.
You have that resist. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it'll act as resist energy for 2 hours, but it takes to like completely cover yourself in it. Like you have to like rub it in essentially. Obviously, that's the thing you're going to have to do preemptively. So it's gonna take. It's a process that takes about 10 minutes. I would say 5. I would say 5 minutes. I would say it takes 5. So yeah, you're gonna want to do that.
Take off all your armor, or do you have to like?
It needs to be on your skin. You could like put under your armor if you wanted to, but that's probably gonna take even longer, honestly.
Okay, that's what I was kind of making sure about. Okay, like how in depth do we gotta go? It's like we gotta go. Strip down in the winter or in the Iceland. Yeah.
But granted, like it's gonna make it to where you don't feel it once you put it on. Because if you resist cold, that's not gonna matter.
Yeah. Really cold for a minute, but
yeah.
You'll be
so it's
fine.
like you pull back the sleeve, get that first, take that out of the armor. Like
we only got one of those, right?
But yeah, one. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll want to save that for, I guess, when we get near.
He had to craft that.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm voting Lamia on that one, but she'd probably be charging in.
Just probably. Anyway.
Not saying like that's a bad thing to do, but it's like if you're going to be charging in, you're probably going to take a hit or two of ice stuff before we can try and disarm her.
Yeah, so it's probably just smart that you have that anyways.
Oh,
do you want me to hang on to the thingy thing, or do you want to hang on to it, Eli's character? The dowsing rods, but for a hag.
Oh, the necklace, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's on Eli right now. I don't know if he's...
Yeah, I've got the necklace.
Okay. I'll just ask you once we get closer to where we're going.
If we shift away from the direction, I'm going to just point. Or if it suddenly moves very quickly to another area for some reason, I will definitely let you know.
Death sticks.
If it's like doing that thing where we're walking towards, and all of a sudden the necklace is like that way, I'm gonna be like, guys.
All right.
Fucking one-winged angel starts playing.
Oh boy.
Death sticks.
As long as she doesn't have a ending game move that I legitimately could not tell was an ending game move, then we were fine.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Sure what you're talking about.
You didn't remember that move from the original?
I don't remember him just spinning in a circle to just end the battle.
Well, he didn't just like spin in a circle, but no. You're talking about Pale Horse, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know what she thought about.
It's Pale Horse or it's the Heart one. I can't remember what the Heart one's called. It's like Broken Heart or something. But no, if I remember right, in the original, Pale Horse was the one that would basically took everyone down to 1 HP and inflicted like every fucking status effect. It was rough.
No.
But in Rebirth, it just kills you because you have to try to stop him from using it. Anyway, yeah. So, fuck. Right. You think Eli has the deal-a-majig? Y'all head out now.
Yeah.
So obviously that's going to make it really easy to get where you're trying to go. The problem is that this isn't going to account for like terrain. So you can start heading northeast and like pretty quickly you're just like, okay, it's like the GPS is just trying to get you to drive directly through the lake because it doesn't know it's there. And you're like, no, we need to go around this. And you're like, it's like rerouting. Okay, well, I need you to not tug on my throat while we go around this lake. So... So you're kind of having that going, but also just in general, it can't account for that. So there is still a need for survival checks.
Okay.
And I need to know, how fast are y'all going on these Sylph winds?
Still
as fast as
horse,
is safe,
right?
Or are you going to push it a bit?
I am a fan of as fast as
there we go.
Is safe. There's too many words that all start with F in that sentence.
One of these days, I'm gonna take this sucker up to high speed. I just want to see what it's like, but not today, I guess.
I don't think we should do it in the snow. I don't know.
So, at a trot, you guys can travel overland at 6 miles per hour. Obviously, you can go faster than that if you were like sprinting or something, but that's not what regular overland travel is. It's at a steady pace. So, cool. Oops, that's the wrong sheet. Yeah, if you're trying to stay safe, yeah, that's 6. And then 48 per day.
Let me know when I need to do survival.
Okay, I'm actually wrong. So we don't need... No, we still need survival. Yeah, go ahead for it. Survival.
We're not in a forest, are we?
For this part, you are not in a forest. You're crossing through the snowdrifts. It's still ridiculous.
Good.
So-
Good roll, Sam. Good
Yeah.
roll.
It's the ones we need. Let's not arrive there in bad shape.
Okay. And because these things do move so quickly, and because you rolled so damn good, you're pretty easily able to navigate to about where this hag's territory is, because, as you can see, 6 miles. Neat. Neato burrito. Hold on. Bloop. So... you guys do get back into the woods, like, and as you're going along, you can. This is pretty easy to navigate for the most part. You've got the lake over there, so you know you're going around that. It's kind of acts as this ultimate landmark in a way. And you can see the woods up ahead that you know you're supposed to be going into. As you near them, you do begin to. You start to be able to tell that it's a bit colder as you get that way than it was where you left. Not just because you left a fire, but just you're approaching, you can tell the temperature's dropping to an extent. Since it's only 1 hour, I'm going to ask for 1 fortitude save from everyone. And as long as no one fails, we're good.
What was the bonus from the clothing 5?
5.
Yeah, plus 5.
So, because I have darts, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry.
I rolled like crap.
Are you sure about that?
Ooh, me too.
I mean, it's not too bad. I think I'm going to use my Fantastic Fortune for Eli.
Yeah, you're not going to use your ability?
Yeah.
Because you have a...
Oh, you're,
Well, I was gonna see if Sam was gonna be a bro.
Oh, use the Fantastic Fortune?
Yeah.
No, I mean, sorry, not Fantastic Fortune.
Lucky Stars or...
The thing that allows us to use his save, whatever it is.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Fortune.
Not Fate. Or what is it? What is the FF?
Oh, Fortunate
Both
Fate
of them
is
are.
our FF.
Yeah.
I didn't, okay, listen. When I made it, I didn't realize that was they were both FFs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. No. Fortunate Fate's the die, but yeah, Fantastic.
Yes, my
Fortune.
ability. Yeah.
Sweet. And so go ahead and roll for him. I haven't rolled a 1 yet today, so you know.
Yeah. Well,
Probably
I'll
do.
find out.
Probably
Yeah.
do. What a jackass.
I'll take that. I'll take the 34.
So much
You want the
better
34? But come on, Dave. Doesn't a 34 seem too high?
Just a little bit, but you know what?
Like, you don't want to overachieve. Then that's what's expected of you every time. Like,
That is true. I can't even naturally hit a 34, so.
like
not
if you
even-
just take a 12, like that sets the bar real low. Anyway. Okay, cool. So you all pass. I am going to do just a bit of non-lethal damage to you because this is technically supposed to be 6 checks, and we're trying to speed this up a bit.
Yeah.
We're more popular. I could have made it's a rule that Eli has to take a 34. It's called the Eli rule 34.
Okay.
That won't exist yet.
God, please don't. How much
All
longer
right.
are you taking?
6. Sam's going to take 40. It's just the way the dice rolled out. Yeah, just 6. That is just because, yeah, it's cold as fuck. You guys are riding fast. Even though you're being safe, it's still fast on these things. But you finally make it into more, like, tree cover and that kind of stuff as you get closer. Let me see. There's these. Where is it? Where does these spill? Their spell. Shit. Their spell. Their spell. Sweet. Okay.
Who's spell? Their spell.
Where spell, their spell. So you guys approach it. You know that the Sylphwinds can obviously traverse the woods. It's really more of a question of, do you want to bring them into the woods? Because they will be in danger if you roll up on the hag with them.
Oh, no, we don't want that.
Or do you just leave?
I don't want
you know,
to
if they're
do
left to their own devices, like, there's basically nothing that's going to catch them. Like, they have very good senses. They're really fast. So you dismount and just traverse on foot from there?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We'll be back as soon as possible.
Is there a,
Lamia tells her Sylphwind.
Give them pats and keep going?
Yep.
They're not animals, so they're not afraid of you. They're magical beasts. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think we're an hour away?
You traveled for exactly 1 hour.
I mean, away from the witch. The witch, the hag.
There's no way to particularly tell.
No way to tell? Okay.
You just know that this is the area you were told she's in.
I'm going to take this chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point is when you... it's down to you tracking her down.
Yeah. Just so we don't run into anything else out here, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, I was going to drink my potion, but that'll work. So you recovered that.
Hey, I saved it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I covered that as a natural 20. Nice. It's per level. That's caster level, correct?
Yes, that is for caster level.
Okay.
Which
I just want to make sure the
4?
wording. Yes.
Yeah.
So, one of the Silkwinds gets it too, I guess. Whatever.
Right.
Stealthy Silkwin.
Nice. Okay.
Oh. And that's just tracking.
Do not leave footprints,
scent trail.
or scent trail.
So that's a little different from the 5e version.
Yeah, 5e is different.
Yeah.
5e is it just gives you a bonus, whereas this makes it you cannot be tracked.
Yeah. So something could, in theory, still
See you. Yeah, it doesn't actually make you more stealthy. It just means that, like, if you've gone by, nobody knows you went by.
This makes a little bit more sense on how it's worded as well. Pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
That's still fine, though. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't leave a scent trail, which is fucking great.
Yeah. Especially if there's wolves.
Yeah.
Or big,
Or
smart
bears.
wolves.
The last thing you want is, like,
Bears.
you have, like, a tough fight with a winter hag, and then you start heading back home and run right into, like, a dire polar bear or something.
Like,
Oh,
man.
God. That is the
No
last thing
thanks.
I'd want.
Just be like,
Actually,
dude,
no, that's not true. I have a
You-
worse thing that I want less, but I'm not even saying it.
Yeah,
speak
I'm
with
not
animals.
even-
Bro, listen, we left a dead hag, like, less than a mile back. Can you just go?
Can you just chill, please, for once in your life?
Anyway.
Yeah, I did not bring speak with animals.
Right?
But
Wild empathy.
well, yeah, that's true. Could improve the base. Yeah.
So,
So, anyway, so you go, you get there, you dismount, and you start heading into the woods. Obviously, you're having to follow the necklace thing here. Because I'm going to say you take some time trying to see if you can find any tracks. You do not find any tracks.
Reasonable.
Pop the potion, all that kind of stuff, and you start gallivanting your way through the woods. Now, my question here is more about your approach. How are you trying to be really careful, really quiet, stealthy, really trying to, like, ambush this creature, or, like, not let it, you don't want it to know you're coming up on its base, or are you just like, fuck it probably knows we're here, you just got stomped through the snow and see if you find it?
I'd
So-
like
Because you
us
always
to-
have an arrow pointing at it. That's the thing, is you know you will get closer if you keep moving towards where this is pointing.
Yeah. I feel like stealthy. Since
Yeah.
we pass without a trace, it would eliminate us running into other stuff.
And
But
I
just worry
could,
about how much more time it's going to take.
and I could drink my elixir of hiding to give me a better stealth check than I normally have for an hour.
Yeah, it's just you'll move at half speed if you're being stealthy, right?
Yeah, that is true. But I don't know. What about you? What do you guys think?
I think I stayed with this.
Stealthy. I can't hear you. You're too far away from the mic or something. Sorry.
Yeah. I think he said stealthy is his vote, but yeah.
What about you, Eli?
Stealth is my preferred modus operandi at basically all times. So
This
Okay.
isn't coming through. It's not coming through
Okay,
this one,
then
is
I will drink my elixir
think
of
it is.
hiding.
it? Okay. Just want to make sure.
Get rid of that.
Plus 10. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So get rid of that, and then
I did.
we'll do. Excuse me. So go ahead and everybody give me stealth checks.
God. Okay. I added the 10. Ooh, it was almost 1. I saw that.
Ooh.
I rolled a 3 on the die. No, 12 on the die. Good. You rolled.
I rolled a 3 on the die.
Your die color and my die color were very similar. I was gonna be like,
Hey,
Well,
at least we're in a forest now, right? So
You
it's
are.
a 17 for him?
Yeah, okay.
It's 17. So you're keeping the 17?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, why don't you see if we have luck?
I don't have a luck thing pulled up for some reason.
No, roll luck.
I know, I don't.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's-
there it is.
It's in the
Okay.
macro pulled up. Yeah.
No, I did. For some reason, my brain just didn't translate that as it saying roll luck for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'll throw a luck on there, see if we got one. Hey, we did.
Woo!
Well, you
now it's
did.
an 18 instead.
No.
All right. So we got an 18. Sick. Sweet.
Remember, if you want us to survive, donate those lucks to us. If you want Patrick to love you forever,
Donate
to
all
him
of
too.
it to Tim, because he will love you.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah.
it's just like, no, ain't about that life.
Yes, you'll probably use one in this fight.
Just probably.
Just maybe.
Easily done.
Oh, God.
So, and then what is this? This is okay.
Yeah, it's a
I was
hot.
hoping we get
Begging
a
for
little
luck out here.
closer
Neat.
before.
I wasn't
had
begging.
to-
I was alerting the viewers.
Wait, snails aren't working.
Are they not?
Back up.
What do you mean snails aren't working? Oh no! Oh shit! I never turned them back on.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
But can I still bet them on this card game?
Oh, you can. You're still earning them. I just didn't turn the rewards back on. I forgot.
Yes, I can bet them on the card game. I just lost 400.
They're coming back on now.
Sorry, Ellie.
Yeah, I forgot we turned those off for last.
Yeah, we
last
turn them
week.
off on the off week so people aren't redeeming them while we're doing other shit. Okay. Okay, they should be back on now. Sorry about that.
Anyway, I was hoping we'd be closer. Yeah, snails, that's our way of getting the luck dice or the fortunate fate.
Yeah, there should be an icon on the stream that looks like our logo, the Unnatural Ones logo.
Mhm.
If you click on that or tap that, it's
Yeah.
similar to Boops but different.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But, yeah, they know Scott's channel, so they're familiar with the concept. I just didn't. We call it different stuff over here.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because
I was hoping
snails
we'd be
is
a
kind
little
of a weird thing.
closer before we ended up getting spotted by the hag, but I guess not.
That's two different roles. You don't know which one's which or what they do.
Oh, the first one's probably a wolfie. Second one's probably the hag.
You're welcome to guess whatever you like. I mean,
I am. Thank you.
I think it's a very friendly bunny rabbit who wants to alert me about things.
So as you guys are moving through the snowy, wintry wonderland that you are, whenever you naturally take like a quick break to like kind of confer with one another and check in the necklace, be like, okay, we're gonna go this way. Kind of, we might go around this clearing. We don't really want to be out in the open. There is a breeze that seems to whisk.
Ellie says it's still no redeeming options.
You may have to refresh. You may have to refresh the stream.
Sorry.
Yeah, you may have to refresh the stream. That seems to like whip through the trees. Let's see, who would this be? Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Sam. you hear a whisper that says, "An intruder, speak your purpose. What do you wish from your elder?"
My elders are back in Delancha. I'm trying to think of a terrible pun. Oh, that's not lying as well. I just want to talk. No.
Just want to talk.
He loads arrow into bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, who's speaking?
You hear a voice, a woman's voice on the wind.
Oh, sorry, that was in character. Sorry, who's talking to me right now? Are you in the trees? Are you the trees?
The wind passes by. There's no immediate response.
Guys, I think we've been made. Explain. I think I heard something on the wind.
Great. Help me get my armor off so I can put on the oil.
Yeah, she wears heavy armor. She literally needs help with it.
My eyebrow went.
Well, it's chainmail, but
No.
Oh, you're still in just chainmail.
yeah, because heavy armor is expensive.
It is. I'll help out.
You got a bunch of money, whatever.
No, I don't. I literally have.
You did get a bunch of money.
I have 4 copper pieces, 1 silver piece, and 15 gold pieces. I still haven't been reimbursed from the potions that I bought.
That is.
You gotta put in a reimbursement request. Or just ask me to pay for them originally, so you don't have to.
You saved your receipts, right?
That's a lot easier. Yeah, you got to save your receipts. It's very important.
Otherwise it's 8 to 10 business days. And
yeah, you got to go through Mayor. My hands are tied. You have to go through Mayor, and he's a stickler for the important things.
Yeah. Plus there's a document fee and a restocking fee and a.
I'll remember this.
Again, you just literally have to tell me how much you need to be reimbursed for at the time, and then it'll happen.
We really haven't had the chance to really sit down and talk about it, though, to be fair, so...
I have given you many chances to sit and talk.
No, that's not... Yeah. Never mind.
That's like literally 30 minutes ago. So any RP y'all want to do before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
It'd be useless to talk about that here.
I have money.
I did
not a lot of it, but I have some money on me.
But no, so you hear that Sam talks to himself, and he's like, "I think we've been made." And then what else?
Yeah, Lamia's serious and like, I need to put that
oil you take on. Time to get out of the armor so you can put on the stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'll believe Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, so you help her out of that, and you're like dumping the stuff on yourself to rub it under the clothing and everything. I mean, it does work. It is incredibly fucking cold at first when you're, like, out of your armor. You got, like, the cloak off and everything. It's just, fuck. But, thankfully, like, pretty much as soon as you begin to, like, rub this very viscous, dark, almost tar-like substance, it does seem to start to, like, it does seem to dissolve into your skin. As you go across, and like as soon as you start doing that, like the cold seems to just go away. You don't become warm. It's just like you're no longer cold. Nice. Just take some time, like get all over the different places because it's not exactly like it's not like you just dump it and you're good.
Yeah, no.
But as you're going through that process,
bend over.
Yes.
But like as you're going through that process, another wind comes through. And Sam, it's you. You're the target, obviously. It kind of whips around in your spot for a second here, which is it's cold, but it's okay. You're fine. This time it says, "Most who approach have a wish to fulfill. I would hope you approach in good faith, with a need, and not as a threat."
God, I don't want to give it away, but I also want to be kind of a smart ass and say something cool.
Well, we're at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a need, and you sure are the key to it.
We'll see. A little bit more time passes. You get through. You get through getting Lamia all like prepared and whatnot. Sam, go ahead and give me a bluff check real quick.
I believe in you, Sam. With your 0 modifier.
He has more than 0. He has wisdom.
Oh!
No,
No, it's charisma.
Yeah, it's charisma.
Oh, it's bluff. Yeah, I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking sense motive, which is what I will roll right now.
How good's the hag's wisdom? Somebody who's
It's probably pretty good. I'm sorry, Sam. Oh no!
Okay.
That's amazing. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you did. I was about to say you could use your thing, but you can't.
Oh yeah, I forgot that fortunate fate. Yeah, that's mine.
No, it isn't.
Right? Yeah, it's for me. It's my fortunate fate.
Panda could be the ultimate bro. And
look here,
but
I have an opportune thing to negotiate with the game master. So, are there going to be any ice giant waifus in the future?
Oh my god!
I mean, probably, yeah. It just depends on how much time you spend out here.
I think Ellie gave me to that. Do I have Ellie's permission to give it to the GM?
No,
I am not going to deny that.
Yeah, we know you're not going to deny that.
Come on, Ellie.
I'm still here, right?
She said she was multitasking, so.
And she was lurking, so.
Yeah.
Don't put that on her. He already has some from. Yeah, no, we were talking about the fortunate fate.
Yeah, the fortunate fate.
Not the
That was.
Yeah.
Because the most would be a D4 plus.
I will allow him. And he's okay with it, but I want to make sure it's okay with you.
Why would you do this, Panda?
Because it's fun.
Of course.
It's fun. Okay.
Watch me roll another fucking 2.
Yeah, it's fun, I guess, but.
Watch me roll another fucking 2.
I'll watch it. It was. It really
oh my
was.
gosh!
You called it.
Oh, wow!
You called it.
Oh.
You wasted it. How dare you?
Oh, that's rough.
Look at it.
Good night, everyone.
I don't have it anymore.
We just
Take that away.
We just leave and see you guys.
Yeah, but why did you? Now we don't have it for the hag battle. Awful. Are we
A fucking 2? We're on the exit screen. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want
I can't top that.
to give us your stars and wishes, one of which being Patrick rolling 2 2s in a row, you should come join our Discord. It's linked in the chat. If you're on the YouTube, it's in our description below. Below, I'm pointing at things that you can't see. It doesn't matter. Do that. Do the thing. Go see those things. Go say hi to us in Discord.
Ellie redeemed a fortunate fate. Thanks, Ellie.
See our terrible memes.
Ellie's fortunate fate says, "Because I'm awesome, which that isn't directed toward a PC, so I think that means it's mine.
Oh, you sure?
Right?
Yeah,
I
sure.
think that's how that works.
I think that is how that works. But
She didn't say what
you
PC
know,
it was for.
I don't.
But no, I won't accept a fortunate fate. That's
Good.
Don't be this much.
Ellie, I have to
give
give
it
it to a
back to
PC
Panda.
in case you're not here. Give it to Punda.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
fine.
You know what? He was the goat today, so in
Hold
more
on,
ways
we'll,
than one.
We'll go back face live briefly
like
so I
goats.
can. There we go. There, now Panda's got it. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
oh, we got a
everyone.
raid.
Oh yeah, we're
We'll-
doing things.
well, Dave did the plugs.
Yeah,
we just
he
gotta
did.
rate someone.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking believe I rolled another goddamn 2.
After
I
saying
would
it.
be less mad if
I
it was a 1. I would be less mad if it was a 1.
I can
Yeah.
100% believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Ugh.
so fucking
Nobody rolled
tilted
any
right now,
ones, though.
guys.
Yeah.
Nobody
no,
rolled any ones.
Yeah.
I am
like, never
beyond
happened.
tilted.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
I am fucking sideways, bro. I'm crooked. Let's go to
we don't
Lichen-
know.
Lichen
We don't know
Hour.
if we get
Yeah.
luck until we use it, basically. So
Yeah.
if you did redeem, that means we should have at least one luck die. In theory.
Yeah, I added what was redeemed.
Okay.
I just don't tell them so that way.
Yeah,
they
we don't know.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
Well, say hi to the Liching Hour for us, and have a great night, and fuck my life.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.